of you have an equal opportunity to be featured dedicatedly. If you notice in the next thing, help me to like and share the definitive choice. Now, help me with this. Go to your Facebook, like this page immediately, the definitive choice. Well, I share more about. So you can see right here is that PropNext Singapore is where we share all the market information, but written in such a way so that you can send and forward to your consumers to empower them, to let them know what's happening in the real estate industry. And this is where we run campaigns to share with more consumers. And when your consumers are empowered, they will look for you. That's the key thing. And then next thing is that the consumer seminar is where you can find out which are the upcoming consumer seminar. Pardon the typo in there. And we have an exciting new segment, Ask Ahok. As you can see, even our consumer seminar is taking a turn in 2022. They are exciting initiative whereby Ismail and Kelvin will be sharing with you guys. This year is a whole new year. We need to do new things or things in a different way in order to get the same results. And be very assured is that the company will be behind you, supporting you all the way in that. That we're going to transform. That people will see the company in a whole different way so that there'll be new excitement. And when they are interested, they'll look for our PropNextions. So this is the definitive choice. Just like I've shown you about PropNext Singapore, everything about the consumer will be there, the research and report in the definitive choice. Yes, we're going to share with you training and events, including, if you notice, some of you have saw in the Facebook page that we did a mass outreach, impact of the latest cooling measures, whereby more than 3,000 PropNextions have attended one day, just one day after the cooling measures was announced. That's amazing. In such a short period of time, how do we garner so many people? And never miss a single training again. All the trainings will be published on PropNext, the definitive choice. So now it's very clear. You know where to get information. PropNext Singapore, everything about consumer. PropNext, the definitive choice, is where you will get information for you, for each and every one of you. Events and trainings, and for even the newcomers that come into the company itself, we welcome you with dedicated artwork, and for PropNext Gen and many other branding initiatives. For all the millionaires, you can see as we showcase them here, your PropNext Titanium Platinum Award, you can retrieve all your artwork from this Facebook page. And the best part about it, the company is going to run campaigns to shout out loud and give you more awareness. And there's a Gold Achiever every month whereby you can retrieve from this definitive choice Facebook page itself. And the top 50 transactors. So many things here. Before we kickstart for today's session, I want you to help me with this. I'm going to the Facebook page, PropNext, the definitive choice. This is how the page look like. Let's do one exercise. This is the post, Jumpstart 2022. As we all know, it's like this. If you really want to jumpstart, I want you to take action right now. Looking at this post, help me to like and share this post. Help me to like and share this particular post that you see on screen right now. Let's make it cross 2,000. Let's make it cross 3,000. Really let the world know that PropNext is ready to jumpstart. And when you are excited, this thing will go out. Our fellow industry people will sing the same song. And the most importantly, your consumers will see. We'll be able to see. Come, let's like and share this post itself. I'm going to refresh and check out the number of likes. Yes, it jumped 100 in just that. Come on, let's do better. Let's jump 1,000. Like and share this post. Jumpstart January 10, 2022. This video have taken us quite some time to do it. But what is it for? To let everybody know is that you are ready. You are ready to go. All our PropNection. Come, help me to like and share. Once you like and share this page, can you type 1 into the chat box? Thank you so much. And help me to ask the fellow PropNations to come in. We're going to kickstart in the next 2 minutes. We're going to be very fast. Once you like and share. Thank you so much. 345, come on. Let's come on and do it. PropNext, jumpstart. Jumpstart. And later on, our KEO is going to come in. If you saw his Facebook post, that he's going to be the Kung Fu Executive Officer, KEO, coined by Kenny. I thought that was very interesting. But what are we trying to show over here? Even from top, left, right, from the KEO, everybody is here. That we are not afraid to try new things. We do what is necessary that needs to be done. Thank you so much. Keeping the energy so high. I'm so happy. I'm seeing all the screen. Thank you all you typing so 1. And we're running so fast in that sense. Come. Let's at least break 1,000. We're going to break 1,000 before we kickstart the Jumpstart today. For this Facebook page, we're going to kickstart only when we reach minimum 1,000. And when I say 1,000, I can see Kelvin look at me. Too low. 2,000. Come on. Just one Facebook post on screen. And this page, we're going to run campaigns. Why do I want you to like this page? So that when I run campaigns, when we brand you, your community can see you. This is how Facebook works. The logarithm may change time and again, but there's something in it. I need you to help me for me to help you. That's the whole reason of it. For those that have done, get ready a piece of paper and pen. Yes, you will need that in order to go through the Jumpstart later on. You need it to take notes. You need it for later Kelvin segment. You need a piece of paper and pen with you. Yes, paper and pen. Something that you can see, something that you can hold. All right? While those that just came in, like and share this post. And then your fellow team leaders and team managers and friends, your core team, division mates, they will share with you what's happening. Come on, 600. I'm seeing 600. Like and share. The next level of engagement. There's only 11 comments inside this Facebook post. You see, there's 600 over likes now. But how do I see each and every one of you? But I can see the comments very, very clearly in the Facebook post. So when you want to do something, not just like it, go and comment on it. Could it be your customers? Could it be something important? That if it's a powerful post, you want your comments to be there. Why? The future visitors coming to this page, this post itself, will see you. That's why in every consumer seminar or Facebook Live in PropNext, you must be the first 100 to like and share and comment. So that when your customers come in, hey, Eddie commented, you are reminded, come, let's do it. This exercise is going to take very long, another 1 or 2 minutes. Ask your team members to come in. We need to hit the 3,000 mark in order to start. And for this post to cross minimum 1,000. 711. Facebook. I've shared with you the different outreach that we're doing. Information is easy. We are trying to declutter everything. I'm trying to run through muscle memory with every one of you so that you know where to find information. Let's jump together. And later I'll invite Yong Hok to do his signature Kung Fu pose. All right, once we cross 1,000, Yong Hok will demonstrate that. If you cross 2,000, I'll try my best to convince either the CEO to do it. If not, me and Kelvin will do it together. 768. Come on, guys. 1,000. We have crossed 3,000 participants on Zoom. Ask your fellow team members to come in, feel the energy. Very, very, very important. Facebook post, 1,000, we'll start. We hit criteria number 1. Mr. CEO, do it please. Wow, who's that? I won't name you. Well done. Happy New Year, everyone. Yes, let's have a wonderful jumpstart together. Remember, 812. Come on. Just ask each and every one of the teammates. 3,000 people. I'm just taking 30%. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning. Good morning, Andy Vu. Good morning to all the prop connections. Yes. It's going to run very shortly. 10:09. 1 more minute. Every one of you that have liked this year surely will be a blessed year. Superb year for you. 2022 is a year of opportunities. I know that we say this almost every year. But we're going to tell you where exactly the opportunities are, which is true. Every year there are opportunities. But do you know where to find them? And what to do in order for you to grasp it? 879. Okay, including myself earlier, 880. 120% more. Like and share this page. Like and share this post, exact post. I know some of you went to like the page. Thank you very much as well. This post, Jumpstart 2022, is for you to take action to kickstart your year, 2022. 10:09, 30 seconds more, 30 seconds more. Come on, let's try to hit it. 915. Last 85. I know some of you want to be the 1,000 person, but let me share with you. Just like the Changi millionaire, not easy, but be at least within the 1,000. You want to be number 1,000, be within the 1,000. It's good enough. I can feel the energy. Thank you so much. The energy comes from 2 sources. Either it's from you or it's from the LED wall behind me. I feel the heat and warmth. But it's what it's all about. We need to move. We need to move in order to get excited. It's a wonderful Monday. Thank you all so much. I know we crossed 1,000. 998. Who's two more person? And I'm on time. 10:10. Thank you to all my fellow prop nations. I'm going to hand over the mic over to our key executive officer. If you're ready to jumpstart right now, can you type 8 into the chat box? 8. 8 for a good year. Ready to jumpstart? Type 8 into the chat box. Thank you. Okay, we'll see you soon. Get ready a piece of pen and paper for the segment later on to learn together, okay? With that, I'm going to hand over to KEO.
Hello. Can you hear me? Hello. Yes, can you hear me? Okay, good morning. All can hear me, huh? Okay, do y'all see my jump or not? Jump kick, huh? All right, now it's about 3.2 K, huh? Okay, can y'all one last boost? Go and get all your colleagues, all your teammates, all come in and join us in today's Jumpstart. Okay, I just want to make clear to every one of you, the 3,300 of you here today. Okay, this is only the first session because I think the content is relatively, I would say, very filling. Okay, so that's why we are doing another round, which is the what? Which is another round of the no more Jumpstart. That one is a quantum leap. Okay, today you learn all the basic, I would say not say basic, but all the details, all the stats, all the direction. But I think more important is action. The action will come in the next session, which is on the 24th of January. All right. So today, without any further ado, the 3,300 of you, I'm going to just excite you a little bit, and you all can actually plan your budgeting, plan your time, log down in some of the calendars, as well as also prepare yourself, because things are running very fast. January 2022 has already crossed the second week, and very soon, in about maybe 2 weeks' time, many of you will be preparing to celebrate the Chinese New Year. And definitely during Chinese New Year, some of you will just switch off a little bit. But I just want to urge every one of you, okay, this year, the time is going to run very fast, and we cannot afford to lose any of this time. So therefore, now is the time for you to start planning and also to start to budget yourself, start to strategize yourself, understand the market, which later Kelvin is going to cover that portion. And of course, it's coming 24. Please come in, because why? We have so many supporting tools to support each and every one of you to succeed in 2022. Okay, so as the sound 2022 sounds like, it's two means like a bullet train like that. No more bullet train. This one is really running very fast. So every one of you just gear up, and then y'all can get the best out of the 2022. Okay, come, let's go to my slides so that I can actually clicker. All right, good. Okay, I'm just going to cover very shortly, very quickly, what are some of the marketing excitement, some of the key dates, so that each and every one of you will actually mark it down and as well as prepare yourself. Okay, now first up, you know, now though the pandemic is, I would say, changing, because now we got Omicron. Okay, so I think we still have to have a lot of online platform, a lot of online meetings, a lot of online activities. So therefore, the company has actually continued to sign a corporate package with Zoom. And this is one very solid package, $299 for 2 years, 24 months. Okay, and it's starting this month. So we are already about 10 days past. So any one of you who have yet to go and renew your Zoom account, okay, please go and do so. This is $299 for 24 months, and it will end 31st December 2023. And you go and work it out. In fact, it is about less than $20 a month. Okay, less than $20 a month. In fact, it's less than $15 a month. Okay, go and sign up the Zoom package. This is something that you all need to have. Okay, whether you want to conduct live, whether you want to conduct meeting with your clients, or whether you want to simply just do some presentation to some of your customers. Okay, all of you should do that. And especially those leaders as well as managers, if you have a team of people, this is a must that you have to subscribe to. All right, so look forward to more exciting deals. This is our friends portal. We are working very hard. You see, we are not just simply an agency. We are an agency that we want to bring people together and let them benefit the best thing in life. Okay, so that's why these are some of the deals that we have, the privileges and some of the events that we have in store. Okay, we are working very hard from lifestyle, from electronics, from everything. Okay, so all this is coming in very strongly. So please look out for any of these privileges under the PropNet Friends portal. And of course, most important, if the 3,600 of you have yet to become a PropNet Friends, go and knock yourself on the head one time. Okay, and immediately after this, go and sign up. Okay, and very simple, you should let your customers benefit from this PropNet Friends portal as well. Because why? All these special privilege and discounts and events is all for who? It's for you as well as your customers. Okay, so use this platform, go and reach out to more people. All right, next, of course, these are some of the Friends deals that we have. Okay, we have this, the whale tea. All right, this is the bubble tea. So now we have some special discount, and of course, go and this is only at Toa Payoh Central. Okay, so some of you who are, I would say, bubble tea lover, right? Go and become our friends, and you can enjoy 20% discount. You know, okay? So go for it. Okay, and I'm also proud to announce PropNet has started our PropNet GCB and Prestige Landed Department, headed by Mr. Henry Lim. And Mr. Henry, like myself, has more than 28 years of experience, and he has sold more than 100 GCBs. So look out for our GCB programs. We are going to train our people. We are going to bring our people into the GCB segment. And you know, in 2021, there are more than 82 GCB transacted. Okay, 82. In fact, any one of the GCB transactions, if you do, okay, you are very likely to be at least a super platinum or at least a titanium achiever. Okay, so look out for this, all the other programs that we have for the GCB and the Prestige Landed. We'll be announcing some of the details very soon. And any one of you who are interested to join the GCB and the Prestige Landed system, okay, doesn't matter which division you're from, this is under a company initiative to support our 10,000 over agents, right, to go into the another market segment. Okay, so this one is our PropNet GCB and Prestige Landed. And of course, very important, mark your calendar. We are so excited because why? The moment the authority announced that now we can organize event up to 1,000 packs, because why? Now I'm still talking to camera and I cannot feel your energy, even though there are about 3,800 of you. But the fact here is this, we want to see you in person. So hopefully by April, okay, the 1,000 can go to 5,000, so that all of you, or not say all of you, okay, most of you can come and we can see you live. So mark down your calendar. The event is our PropNet Annual Convention 2022 and it's happening 220422. Okay, so it's 22nd of April. Since this year we all like all the 2222 lah. Okay, so mark down your calendar for this. And look at the hall. Okay, the hall, this is how it's set up. Okay, and this is the store area. But not to worry about the floor plan. This is only just to show it to you. Okay, because why? We are so excited and we want to bring you there. And next, with the increase of our numbers, we know that our agents need more space to work. So therefore, we are converting some of our 10th floor space. Okay, and this is our existing Achiever Lounge, which we used to use it for training purposes, and it used to house about 150 packs. Now we are going to do it up and make it like a workstation, workspace, open sitting, so that more people can come and more people have space to work while you are in office. Of course, this one is not a permanent. This one is a transformational kind of concept. As and when we can still convert it back to what? To a seminar hall whereby we can conduct bigger events. Okay, so this is another excitement that we have. And very, very excited this year. Wow, this one is our PropNet Monopoly Championship. And this is happening not just for our agents, but this is happening to the entire Singapore. Okay, so we are going to organize the first and only and ever, okay, Monopoly Championship. Okay, and this is for the consumers. So as agent, as our fellow PropNetians, this is a chance for you to talk to people, and instead of asking them to buy, sell, rent, invite them to come and what? Participate in our Monopoly Championship, whereby they can win cash prizes more than $100,000. Okay, cash, I must say, repeat myself. Okay, so we're gonna do it where? This is a hall. This is at a hotel ballroom where we have actually booked the place for the next 2 years, and we're going to run this Monopoly Championship over there. And this is at Furama Hotel. Okay, Furama Hotel, a 4-star hotel, and you'll see a lot of activities going to happen at Furama. And this year, especially for the boot camp and many other training and gathering. Okay, so the company has decided to take on a new venue for some of our events permanently. Okay, so next time you look up, maybe some of you may be going there. It's Furama at the riverfront. Okay, and of course we're gonna do a nationwide publicity. Yeah, the Monopoly Championship is going to go mass public, media, social, everything. Okay, MRT, taxi, buses, Channel 5, Channel 8, TV, radio, everywhere you go, MRT station, we are going to shout out loud. So therefore, this is another great, big activity initiative for all of you to reach out. And as and when you want to talk to people, open your mouth, not talk about property, but talk about what? The PropNet Monopoly Championship. Okay, so why are we doing all these things? All this is to provide our 10,000 over agents with more bullets so that you can reach out and get connected with more people. And that's our objective. Okay, so every one of you, if you are as excited as me as I talk, as passionate as me as I talk, please. Okay, that's why I say jumpstart. Not only jump, you must go and kick yourself. Okay, all right, so how can you be part of this? Okay, so we're gonna have a lot of all these buses, taxi going around. Okay, let me show you how you can be part of all these things. So bus advertisement is back. Okay, and this will happen from March to May 2022. Besides the company level, we're gonna shout the PropNet Monopoly Championship. We are also getting our agents, all our 10,000, whoever you are interested. That's why I say earlier on, go and budget yourself. Why? Because you need to prepare yourself, because all this is going to happen in March, April, and May. That is the time usually, right? Real estate market is at its peak. Okay, so please gear up yourself and go and prepare yourself for this. Okay, so there is a cost to it. Company will subsidize you $1,200, a 25% subsidies for each bus real edge. Okay, you pay only $3,300 and share with 4 patch. Each of you, basically you pay $900 for only 3 months. Okay, 3 months. So our booking will open today. Okay, take out your phone now, scan the QR code, so that you have to indicate your interest by 21st of January. Then we have enough time to go and what? Go and prepare ourselves and get all the artwork, everything up. Okay, so very soon you will see a lot of our agents appearing in what? In many of the buses. And when people drive, stop behind the bus, they will see you, they'll see your contact, they'll call you, and they also be excited because why? Our Monopoly Championship is going to bring in more consumers, bring in more people to call you, Whether they want to buy, sell, rent, that's besides the point. But they probably want to call you. How can I win the PromNet Championship cash prize? And then you can link up with them, get the contact, get more business. That is what we want. Okay. And of course, like I say, we don't just end here today. You know, the management has never stopped work. Every day we work. Okay. And this is another round. The second round is not going to be repeated. Today's session will not be repeated. I repeat that again. Today's session will not be repeated. Mark down on your calendar 24th of Jan. Okay. Come in. This is our Quantum Leap 2022. You see, after today, we could just jolly well stop and oh, you're going to do enjoy your Chinese New Year. No. But come nearer Chinese New Year, we want every one of you to gear up on the action. What are the marketing campaigns? What are the initiatives? Not besides the bus ad, but there are many more things that we have installed, and all this will be ready by 24th January. Okay, so after today, come and attend the 24th Jan, the close to 4,000 of you. Wow, you smile? Almost there. Okay, let's push a bit more. So for those people who are driving, viewing, whatever, come in and attend the next session, which is on the 24th. The 4,000 of you should come in 24th also, so that you will get yourself a quantum leap into 2022. Okay, and last but not least, okay, Chinese New Year is coming. Like what Kelvin always say, forget about bak kwa. Okay, people today are very health conscious, including your CEO, your KEO, everybody. We are health conscious. If I can jump and kick, it's all because of good diet, good exercise. It's not because of what. So this year, don't give bak kwa, give the PromNet Monopoly Gold Edition. Okay, and this is like a gold bar like that. Imagine your client receiving a box of the Gold Monopoly, not only preparing them for the championship, but it's also something auspicious. Let them own the money, the assets for 2022, and that will be probably the biggest, I would say, New Year's gift that you all can give them. Okay, so go and make this purchase. There are some very nice auspicious number, whether 888, 88, or 8. You're going to look at how much some of these special pick number is. But of course, the auspicious number is a little bit more expensive. But imagine if you give your client something that is very auspicious, or even their house unit number, all these things provider have. Okay, then I think it will be something memorable, and your client can remember you even better. Okay. And of course, our IT enhancement, I'm not going to cover too much because 24th, we are going to go into a little bit more details. Analyzer, revamp of our app, the CRM, things are coming. Okay, things are coming, and it's all work in progress. And all this we will be presenting all to you coming this 24th, so that all of you can know what are the things that we have installed to support each and every one of you for your 2022. Okay, and these are some of the projects that is in the pipeline, ready to launch. In fact, some of them already work in progress, right? Like our Belgravia Ace is already preparing. The team already moved out to move into action. Okay, so these are some of the projects that is in the pipeline. First quarter, then follow up, you will see second, third quarter, and also as you go on, okay, this is probably second half. Okay, we have some more EC coming. We have Amokyo, we have Tengah, we have Tampines. These are two of the ECs that's up and coming. So total, there are 33 projects for 2022. Okay, so please look out for the launch dates. Please look out for the activation by our respective chief, and please look out for the activities. And all of you should get yourself geared and prepare yourself to go into these respective projects, okay, as they launch. Okay, so I'll see you 24th January. Okay, so I just want everyone to know, okay, the company will continue to bring in more values to every one of you. Today, we are not just big by numbers, but we want our people to be strong, and I'll let our CEO, Mr. Ismail, to share with you. So therefore, each and every one of you, you need to be excited as me, as well as the management team. 2022 is going to be a super duper year. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, without any further ado, I want to let our CEO excite you further. Okay, let me do the last kick. Okay, right. So I see you guys. Right. So push up for more people. Oh wow, we hit 4,000 already. Yay. Okay, I will let our CEO address you. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, have a good day. Bye bye.
Yep. This. Hi, good morning, morning. Today, I think I want to have less energy in terms of my voice compared to your KEO because he was kicking all over the place. Yeah, but I think I'm really, truly excited. Thank you so much for more than 4,000 of you who are already together with us. Indeed, it is going to be a record. Just get a little bit more people by the time. And I'm going to just share less than 30 minutes setting what has happened. And I'm really thankful for many things that has happened in 2021. Indeed, I must say it was history in the making. First and foremost, Happy New Year to each and every one of you. And thank you for trusting all of us all this while. Let me just go ahead to my slides, and I probably will be using to annotate some of the things if it is necessary to just impress upon some of the key points. Maybe we can blow it up. Yep. Thank you so much. First and foremost, when I say history in the making, is simply because there were more than over 2,000 brand new and experienced agents join us last year. And that's why our numbers have been 10,798. In fact, it is one of the highest percentage increase year on year. We had more than 20% increase from our numbers of 8,918. Just in a very simple thing, I would just want to say here is this. All I want to say here is in terms of we are indeed one family with a lot of loves and hugs. And I really want to say that let's welcome everyone to be part of one big family. Yep. Moving on, I also just want to say thank you for the trust that we had 14 theme leaders from all other agencies. You know, in Singapore, there are only about 3 or 4 big agencies and many others are smaller companies. And nevertheless, we had 45 team leaders who have trusted in terms of a PropNex system and the support, and they brought along their people. And we had last year more than 1,500 experienced salespeople joined us from all other companies. And I just want to say, welcome to our home, or home, no sweet better place than our PropNex. And that's the key message that I would like to give, to say that come back home, and we really want you to make this place as your home as well. And moving forward, wow, who would have expected this? Can I just say, for all the PropNexians out there, probably this is the first time you're looking at this slide. And I just want to can we all just put in your comment or your chat one, well done, thank yourself, give your pat for an outstanding job. No company in the history of Singapore have ever transacted more than $1 billion, and salute all of you. And I must say, PropNex is indeed the first company. We crossed the 1 billion and few more millions. But I thought the 10000 to see was already so attractive, and that's why we say more than. And we never expected that. As I always say, all rewards and recognitions are mere byproduct of anyone working so passionately with the belief of adding greater value to people, mankind, and society. And that's what exactly all of you did. That's what, from the management of PropNex and myself, we want to salute all of you. Truly, this is indeed a very proud moment to cross the $1 billion mark. Never any company have ever achieved that. Congratulations to each and every one of you. Moving forward, yep, and at the same time, last year in PropNex, we did more than 86 100,000 transactions. Thank you to all of you PropNections. These are no small numbers. Can you imagine, on average, if you take 86, it's more than 7,000. 7 times 12 is 84,000, including whether is it a Christmas or is it a Chinese New Year. On average, our people are doing more than 7. And that was with an agent strength of less than 9,000. We only crossed about 10,000 towards the tail end of last year. But we did this achievement with less number of salespeople. So can we hit even 100,000 transactions this year? It's up to us. Where do we want to draw and write our own destiny is dependent on each and every one of us, how we want to achieve these targets. And I'm going to reveal some of these new numbers because we were crunching. Thank you to all my management team, my back-end operation, and to all my leaders for making many things possible to add greater value and love for all our people. Moving, you'll be surprised. Have you ever expected this? And I want to just say, many of you are right now listening out there. And I want to say a big thank you and congratulations. And I hope to see all of you either in our Star Vista, in some of the other recognitions. We had last year more than over 350 PropNections earned commissions, 500,000 and more. Then my question here is this, ladies and gentlemen, I always do this. When I was a young man as an army officer, I always look at someone else who have got an airborne wing or a gut step or a ranger tag, and I say, if he can have it, why can't I? And that is the same message, my friends, to the 4,000 of you who are listening here. If there is not one, we are not talking about 10, we are not talking about 50, we are not talking about 100. If 350 people can earn more than 500,000, then the question that we should start asking here is this, why can't I be one of them too? So that's the way we push ourselves and motivate ourselves to get the job done. So congratulations to all our future millionaires. And I hope many of you next year will join the next slide that I'm going to show it to you all. Okay. So this is something very, very exciting. Okay. And never ever in the history of, that's why I said history in the making. And history in the making is only possible if you are a PropNections, because of all support system and as well as the guidance and love. Wow. Congratulations. First time in the history where we had more than 80 millionaires in PropNex. Do you know? I mean, it only took us about 4 years ago. We only had 10 millionaires and we all celebrated for them because they have done an outstanding performance, and just that was 4 years ago. The following year, in year 2020, we had exactly 20 millionaires. We say, what? This is exciting. We start with the 2020 with 20 millionaires. Yep. And it went on and to 30, I think 2019, sorry, we had 20. 2020, we had 30 millionaires. And last year, it exploded to more than 80. Congratulations to each and every one of you. You really totally well deserved. And the beneficiary are all our loved ones, your loved ones. And that's something, it has been proven. Can you imagine a young man who wants to come into the real estate, or experienced people who have been in the business? They always say, can I ever achieve $1 million in my lifetime? But it is not one person. 80 over percent in PropNex salesperson have proven it is all we are trying to say. What are we trying to do with Calvin Fong giving a complete, clear, focused direction? What are we talking about on the 24th January? It is not about just pure marketing. It is about giving you a right focus of prospecting so that you too can be among the 350 or 80, maybe 100 over millionaires come this year. Okay, so this is something that all of you need to really be excited about. And I just want to present, look at these 3 young, fine lady and 2 gentlemen. Dominic Lee, Loyal Chin, and Antia Yo. These are the people who have done it 5 times millionaire. And I think this is only possible in PropNex, my friends. Because it is always good to achieve one time. But how can someone either consistently or throughout in the last couple of years 5 times to repeat as a millionaire, then maybe we have to ask a question. What is it these people are doing right? How can I just do a similar thing? It is not one time. So it is all of us. I'm just urging you, let's come together, find new breakthroughs this year. And this is possible. Look at it. These are our 4-time millionaire achievers. Chanel. Actually, Chanel Yu, sorry. Sincere apologies, Chanel. I just got to see the name. It was wrongly written. Yep. So it's Chanel. I will correct it immediately. Jeanette, take note just to get it corrected before we send out and so on. And Calvin Tong. Both of them 4 times millionaire. Sincere apologies. Yep. It is overlooked on our part. But having said that, your achievement is so amazing such that no errors can take away full credit for your persistency in wanting to make things happen. Then I ask the rest of you, to all my friends out there who are listening, just ask yourself, how come Chanel, either loyal or NTA? And you know what is the most interesting and amazing thing for me if I look at it? And I look at it here is all these people who have achieved, let's say 5 times. And they are all from different market. Look at NTA. NTA does hugely just rental, leasing. Almost 70% of a business come from rental. And I've got my loyal Chin, who does all the shop houses specialists. And you have my Dominic, who does some of the luxury new launches and as well as project focus. And then as we move on to the 4 times, we got Chanel Liu, all about the resale market. Yep, and then you have got a Calvin Tong who does a little bit of a new launches, resale and HDB. So it has been proven. You can be multiple time millionaire just focusing in the areas you are comfortable. It doesn't matter. Nobody says all of us have to go and close all the high-end properties, 80, 20 million. No need, no need. Okay, this is proven and it could be repeated, and this is only possible in PropNext.
Chanel say her husband is Lim, so Mrs. Lim is okay.
Oh, okay. Thank you so much. You see, this is the love. Thank you so much, Chanel. You see, I mean, people don't get it hard and so on and said yes. So anyway, Chanel, it is a husband and wife team. Oh, that was creative enough and fast, even though it was a mistake on my part or our part. Yeah. And look at it, the 3 times millionaire achievers. Yep. And we have got Jasmine, we have got Adrian, I've got my young Matthew Lam, a leader, Melvin Lim, Aaron one and only, and Kevin Feng, our elite China team. So again, people have proven. So I don't have the list to show all, because if I want to show the 2 times millionaire and the 1-time millionaires, we have got huge, more than 80 of you. So my message is simple to all the people who are listening. To be a millionaire is not something is impossible. Okay, it is about being focused. It is about doing the best that what we could do and what we are capable, and just getting the job done. You will reach here. Every one of you, look at all the people who are seated here, and where I'm standing, you can be next to them. Yep. So this is what we meant by it is only possible in PropNext. Yep. To all my managers out there, to all my leaders out there, thank you so much. PropNext have done well. Yes, we have done $1 billion in terms of transactions, but the revenue not all has been recognized because, you know, some of the new launches, the commission will only come in this year. But I'm talking about the override, the team managers, the team leaders benefit, dual career path, and the invention of PropNext 22 years ago. Dual career path. Today, I'm so proud to say, if you ask me, myself, my management, when we look at it, that we have paid out $37 million. Not commission, my friends. Commissions, we got hundreds of millions because we did 1 billion. But my managers and leaders are being paid the leader override, and the company pay 37 million. On average, every month, we are giving out $3 million to our managers and leaders. And this is because I want to say a big thank you to all the leaders who have supported your people. And this is something that we desire. For those of you who are serious about recruiting, for those of you who want to create a legacy, a career for yourself, I want you to join us as well. Yep. So this is as far as what we have paid to all our team leaders. Okay, moving forward, and I want to say one last thing. Proud to be a PropNexians, each and every one of you, simply because last year we contributed more than $2 million. Whatever I say as a CEO is all factual, and I want to say a big love and a hug to each and every one of you, because this was only possible because PropNexians out there, and many of you, over 4,000. Now we got 4,002, 4,003, and I just need another 200 more to set a new record. The last highest number we ever had was 4,300 people attended our Zoom. Now we have already crossed 4,200 plus because we got 2 Zoom accounts. If we hit 4,005, it is going to be a new record for PropNex in terms of people getting ready to listen to Calvin Fong and some of the final updates that I would like to highlight. Okay, with this huge contribution, and what are the things that people have benefited is huge. But let me just come and say, as early as beginning of this year, on 3rd of January, and this article just came out last week. Okay, I just want to give you full assurance that PropNex is not taking it lightly. That just because now I got 10,800 agents, so we are so happy and we are not doing anything. We have, as the article in the front page of the Edge Property says, PropNex bulks up, ready to seize bigger market share, is to give more support. And look at our management team. Many companies have got a management team of 5%, 3%, 4%. We empower our management team so that our IT is in the forefront, our training is in the forefront, our branding is in the forefront, our marketing is in the forefront, our operation is really tidy and steady, our finance and accounts, our ASC support, everything that you say, we are here. And this is what I want to say, presenting to you a good 14-man strong team in the key management. But we are not the only 14 or 15 of us we are talking about. We are supported by many more other directors, managers, senior managers, my entire back end. We have got almost more than 150 salaried staff to support you. It isn't a huge cost, but that's the right thing to do. Yep. So because we want to be in the forefront of many things that we want to support you. Okay. So before we go on to some of the unsold units and stocks and so on, can I just say, hey, are you with me, all of you? Hi, my fellow PropNexians. Thank you so much. Can I just ask one thing if you are there? I mean, I think probably we are going to have close to 4,500. Can you just sit upright? Thank you. Thank you. Thank you for all the yes and the love. Just stand upright or sit before I just take another 10 minutes and repeat after me. Are you ready to repeat after me? Sure. Okay, good. Clench your fists with confidence. Good. Thank you so much with all the yes and the love. Repeat after me as I say, yeah? Step up. Step up. Step up. My best. Your best. Our best. I can. You can. We can. Step up. Step up. Step up. Okay, good. I just wanted to get the energy right before I go on to the next 10 minutes and before I hand over to Calvin. You see, it is all about giving our best at any time that whatever we do. Yep, that's what I said. But it is always never about ourselves. It is also the people around us. That's why I say that it's my best, your best, our best. Management will give our very best. We want our leaders are giving our very best. We want the salespersons also to receive and give the very best so that we all can become one strong force to be reckoned with. Okay, good. So let me just move on to some of the other slides. And I'm not going to dwell so much because Calvin has prepared some of the real strategic directions and so on. But when you look at the unsold stocks, has fallen, and exactly this is what we meant by. If you look at it, somewhere at the beginning of last year, we had very close to almost 30,000 units unsold. At the end of 2019, fourth quarter was 30,000, and today we are talking about the unsold stock is only about 14,000 plus. So can we do the same method of last time to achieve results? May not. Okay, so I'm not going to go. Please get more of your people to come in and lock in. Calvin will be showing your direction. But one of the things that I want to highlight here is this. Look at the unsold 14,000. The core central region have got unsold about 6,307, where I've indicated. And as far as RCR is concerned, we have got 4,440 and OCR is only 3,379. So my friends, you cannot wait. Why I say you can't wait? In the next couple of months, if you take your time and you wait, what is going to happen? The 3,379 and 4,440 in the OCR and as well as RCR will further hugely drop. Somebody is going to capture the market share. We are not going to allow that to do. We as PropNextions want to add greater value to our clients and our loved ones. We will seize the opportunity. And that happens immediately after today, this afternoon. You don't need to wait until 24 for prospecting. But I'm just saying, where is the market? Where are the numbers so that you are ready? You cannot be doing the same old method, hoping. Yes, there were some big mega projects in the past, either Treasure at Tampines or Park Clementes, or is it at Normanton? But a lot of stocks are coming down. So where should we focus? Okay, something that for you need to understand and so on. Very briefly, looking at the numbers in terms of the price growth, why did the cooling measures came about? We no need to be upset. In fact, on a hindsight, I thought the cooling measures was necessary. Why do I say that? None of us expected the property prices to go up by 10.6% for private property. Look at it. Just the fourth quarter alone, 5%. That means for the first 9 months of last year, it only went up by 5%. The last quarter, October, November, December alone, a 5%. That's why it went. So the government tracking the numbers, they have all the data, they have the caveat. They look at the October number, they look at November number. They already know January, they have to announce 10% double digit. And this is what Calvin and myself always say in our consumer seminars. Double digits are not sustainable. And that's why the government announced on December 16. But it is all bad? No. In fact, the cooling measures does not affect Singaporeans. 95% of all purchases are Singaporean. And therefore, I mean, just broadly, if you take a look, landed property went up last year by 13%. And look at RCR, 16.9%. Okay, so these are some of the numbers, but I'm not going to dwell. But I just want you to understand. And our prediction here is this. I want you to focus, my friend. If you're focusing on public housing, look at the numbers of public housing. We are still expecting another 30,000 transactions. Last year was 30,465. So all those of you who are the public housing, you have a good run because of delay in construction and so on. Go out there, do what you're supposed to do it right, and help all your clients. But looking at the private resale, we are expecting a little bit of a drop, about 15 to 20%. Last year was about 19,000 plus. Okay, and this year we are only expecting about 16,000. So which means there is a slight drop, but that doesn't matter. But whether you want to increase your market share or do you want to wait? So you have to be a little bit more excited to seize this opportunity. And finally, coming to the new launches, last year was 13,000 and this year is only expected to be about 9 to 10,000. So don't wait until the couple of months to go and miss the boat. So looking at all the numbers, we know where is the market moving, where are we supposed to be heading, and this is what is happening. And I'm just going to give you the prediction in terms of the price. My friends, you can use these slides and share it with your friends or your clients or whoever it is. Prices are not coming down. That's the honest truth of the matter. Look at it. In fact, the private property prices are expected to go up by 3 to 5% this year. 3 to 5%, despite the cooling measures. The only suspect here is the cost central region. Cost central region, maybe the price may go down by -2 to 0%. But as far as RCR is concerned, prices are still expected to go up by 2 to 4%, and OCR will have the highest increase. And public housing still positive. We are talking about 6 to 8%. Therefore, by your clients waiting, not committing in the first quarter or second quarter, wait for the second half of the year, it does not mean price is going to come down. So this you must be clear. Only when you are clear, you can give your advice to your client. This last slide, I'm not going to dwell because Calvin have got a more elaborate details on this. My message is only one thing. Last cooling measures have already proven that the property prices only came down minus 0.72 quarters before it went up by 3.4, and in the last 7 quarters 13.4. So these cooling measures, same thing. I'm not expecting prices to crumble. If your clients are going to wait, they are going to miss the boat. You need to understand these things. Okay, this is the truth of the matter. My friends, hear me, the truth of the matter. After the cooling measures on 16th December, we are tracking weekly on the week of 27 December to 2nd January. People should be going holiday and should be resting and should be spending time. But there were 111 units were sold. I'm just referring to new launches. And Propnex sold 58. Our market share is 52.25. So what does it mean? Protections are ready and buyers are buying. Then you said, Mr. Ismail, maybe you're only just showing the week that you all did very well. Let me tell you, this morning I just got the report at 8:30 as of yesterday, Sunday, for the days from 3rd to 9th, Monday to Sunday, 110 units was sold. Can you imagine? 111, and then this last week, as of yesterday, 110, and Propnex sold more than 50 units again. So what am I trying to tell you? Market is still happening because the cooling measure did not affect the first time. In fact, Normanton Park yesterday alone, Sunday closed 6 units, double turkey. And there was Verdale, there was so many, there was Sengkang Grand, so many, and our protections are just closing units. So the cooling measures have not dampened. If any one of you out there are thinking, wow, is cooling measure 2021 was my best year, I don't think I can achieve this, going to be challenging, you are defeated, somebody else is going to take your market share. That's how I look at it. The market is happening, and looking at it next year, don't worry, even though I say there is only 14,000 unsold units, there are about 9,000 new launches akan datang, and that's good news for you. And if you focus that 9,000, there are 3,366 in RCR and 3,305 are in the OCR, and we have got ECs. Okay, ECs have got about almost close to 2,000. Propnex should sell out of the 2,000, 1,500. Take the lion's share. Okay, so on that basis, if you are geared up, you are ready, you are excited, the market is going to be excitingly interesting. Finally, I just want to say before I go on to these are all some of the statistics, the market numbers, but I just want to let you know, Propnex RES chapter, you know your voice matter. Why did Propnex and the management, we did this? My friends, this is your last opportunity. Believe me, the day when we set up, even Minister of State sent me a WhatsApp to say congratulations. Everybody is interested. This industry can only be shaped by each and every one of you. If you are strong, your voice can be heard. And because of you, we can shape the industry through the RES chapter. You will shape the industry. Therefore, we can talk to CEA, we can talk to ministry, we can talk to MOM to protect your interests. And that is only possible if the 4,000 over of you are listening, each and every one of you take immediate action today after this seminar to be an RES chapter member. No company in Singapore does that. So the RES chapter is not about giving a fair contract. It's about shaping your future. It's to protecting yourself and your legacy. So if none of you take actions, I mean, we got a couple of thousand people have already become, but I want to cross at least 5,000, and I'm shortfall, and you have some great opportunity to take charge. But you see, what is the beautiful thing about it? Here's this. If you're a RES chapter, each of you get up to 500 UTEP funds, training funds, depending on your age, 250 or 500, and you can use that for your CPD, for skills upgrading and so on. So it doesn't make sense not to be a RES chapter member. Not only that, just because you are a chapter member, because you're part of a union, you are covered up to 40,000 insurance by NTUC in the event of a death or disability. I'm not going to share all these details, but many of you know, but I'm just challenging each and every one of you. Are you interested to shape the future of the industry? It is about your business. It's not about Propnex. This chapter belongs to the agents, by the agents, for you. not about company. Okay, so the huge amount of benefits, either is it Aranda Country Club or Sisu Golf Pass, Science Center, Wild Wild West, you want to go to PropNext Friends and so on. So, I was so blessed. I just go to Toa Payoh. I just want to buy Coconut Queen drink, large, $5. They ask me, are you an NTUC member? Get 10% discount. Yeah. So there are definitely huge amount of privileges. But all I want to say here is this, my friend, 3 weeks from today, our subsidy, I'm going to stop. Today, PropNext, we are giving each and every one of you 40% subsidy to be a union member. Therefore, you will get $47. So can you imagine? It's $117. PropNext give you $47. You only pay $70 and you get huge amount of benefit. In fact, you go to NTUC, you go and do a shopping, you shop, you get 4% rebate, and you spend 1 month, $200 also, you get back all your money. Okay, so this is subsidy. I want you to take advantage. So what you need to do here is there are 3 things that you could do. Ladies and gentlemen, the 4,000 of you, I want you to take action now. Scenario 1, I have got more than 2,000 of you already become my union member. You don't need to do anything. You will get your reimbursement by end of this month. Scenario 2, now, right now, you are an existing NTUC member, but you are not considered as a chapter member. Chapter member means when you have a problem, when you have a case, even NTUC or the union is willing to listen to you, to protect you, to fight for you, and to make sure that this industry is professional. If you want, all you need to do here is this, scan the QR code right now. Maybe I don't just cover the thing. You scan the QR code and you straight away just need to convert and you get $47 from us. You don't pay money, but we are going to give you 40. And the company set aside $500,000 to reimburse to all of you. But the deadline, end of this month, 3 weeks. I don't want you to waste up. Last one, scenario 3. If you are not an NTUC member, all I'm saying here is this, scan this, register within the next 2 weeks. Yep. And we will refund you the 40. We will get the name list from NTUC and you become a union strong. Agent voice matter. You say, what do you mean by agent voice, my friend? If you are strong, I can talk and we can shape the industry. What should be the co-broke norms be? What is it when customer don't pay us money? Should we even change any of the legislation? We have powers to talk at the authority and industry. But if you all don't come together, how are you going to shape the industry? Do you understand what's our strategy is to protect you? Okay, so these are some of the things that you will have to do as a member. And finally, before I just conclude, this is my couple of my slides. I'm going to hand over in less than 3 to 5 minutes. I just want to say, last year, we did something important. And I just want to say this. Thank you so much. And I can hear a lot of people are coming, minimum commission rate, or what we should do, okay, and whatever it is that we can help. And I just wanted to say this. As united, we can achieve many things, my friends. And that's why we have to do it as a team. Okay? PropNext cares. What is this whole thing about? We realize PropNext is big enough. Now that we have got more than 10,000 agents, we are a family. And a big family. And in a big family, sometimes unfortunate things can happen. Either someone disabled, or someone get ill, or someone pass on. That's life. But isn't he or she part of our family? And last year, we set up something new. It is known as PropNext Family Care Fund. And I want to say, we said PropNext Family Care Fund, which we established last year, is after the experience of our late Shari Ismail. One of our agents at the age of 48 plus, he would have celebrated his 49th birthday on 31st December last year. He passed on because he was diagnosed as cancer. And he only knew in the month of April. Before that, he was such a fit and a normal guy who played football as part of the PropNext football team. He was part of the Lux team. He was a tagger. And suddenly his life crumbled. 4 months, he passed on. leaving behind 5 children, and the youngest girl is only 5 years. Unfortunately, he was staying in a rental place. He had some of his own challenges and other things. And I want to thank each and every Propnexians. I really want to say Stella, together with the Lux team support, raised a fair amount of money. In fact, initially, before even he passed on, the Lux people and all the agents came together and raised more than $30,000 and handed over to Shari while he was alive to say, hey, take care of yourself and your family. Don't be worried. How can this kind of love can come in any company other than it is the willingness? It is not about race. It is not about religion. It is not that Shari was one of a millionaire, but he was a Propnexian. That love came out from all of us to say that his family matters. And that's why after that, at the management meeting, we came together and we discussed. Maybe it is time that Propnex is big enough that we may want to do some kind of a crowdfunding to help our loved ones. And that's where it grew to this known as Propnex Family Care Fund. What it means, any one of our Propnexians, as long as he became a Propnexians today, and tomorrow something happens to him, or his family, or his child, who need huge amount of aid, and he cannot handle it as himself, we will come, we will talk, and we will raise, and we will talk to all of you, the 10,000. If you feel like extending your help at no obligation, we will want to do that because he's another family member of ours. And that's what we have established. And I'm happy to say, as far as the first recipient of this Propnex Family Care Fund, the Condolences Fund, a tribute to our fellow Propnexians, I'm happy that agents, Propnex agents, and the management, and my salaried staff, we raised more than $250,000. And on the 4th of January, Shari's wife collected the keys to a resale HDB flat at West Coast. Because of the money we raised, and the wife had some CPF money, about 50 over thousand, and Shari Ismail also got the CPF spouse protection scheme, about 70,000, and the house was 340,000 thereabout. And we bought the house, they collected the key, and right now they're looking at renovation, and we will do something to make it a bit more comfortable. And we want the 5 children to have a room because Propnex provide shelters for the dreams of so many people. And if one of our agents, for whatever unfortunate reason, we will give that love back. And that's right. And I'm thank you to all Propnexians for making this happen, because I just want to say we are a family. Yep. And beyond that, last year was definitely a good year because we did well. We did a lot of performance, outstanding, and I am very, very thankful. Many millionaires contributed as Propnex charity ambassadors, $10,000. Some of them contributed $20,000. And last year, we contributed $872,000 to community chest. And when we give to ComChest, we only focus on children. It is given to the resource center or autism or community services, Sign Children, and the youth services, the care corner, because we believe the children are the future. Can you imagine, as parents, if you have a child with autism, how much stress and strain is on us? So we never give to anyhow, let's say for fun, for arts, for charity, for sports. Yes, they need it, but we felt the children of the future. And that's where we channeled the 872,000. And then I also want to thank under the PNG Group initiative, as all the while they've been doing that. And headed chief was James Gunn. And together we raised another $250,000 on 12/12. We handed over to Chen Sulan's Children's Methodist Home. So whether it is whatever race, religion, but again for the children's benefit. Not only that, we this year, you know, the Monopoly set, the gold set, some of you bidded, and we raised about $27,000, and portion of it, we sent it to Children's Cancer Foundation. And finally, it is also a pleasure being part of Propnex Success and so on. We donated $1 million to Mendaki to benefit 700 students for scholarship and bursaries for their education. So focus, look at it. That's what we say, Propnexians coming together. We have contributed more than $2 million because we did well. And we must always remember of those people who are in need. And beyond this, and I'm very sure many of you have done your own part, giving to your own society, or been giving it to your church, or to your mosque, or to your temple, or to your neighbors, to your loved one, to your relatives. It's about giving. The more we give is where the Almighty give us so much more. Okay, so with that, all I want to tell you here is this, my friend. I have actually ended my presentation, and it was really such a joy as your CEO of Propnex to be able to address you today at the start of the year, and also want to say I am blessed because I've got a very strong management team. You know, just there's one of the slides that I show you the four, plus all my 100 over salaried staff. And my 300 over my team leaders, a big thank you. My thousands of my managers, a big hug to you. And to all my Propnexians, all I can say is full of love, love, love to each and every one of you for making this journey an exciting one. 2022 is going to be exciting as long as we choose to do the right thing. So with that, before I hand over, can I just humbly request the close to 4,500 of you, sit upright, get ready for the next 1 hour more, slightly more, because now we are going to give you the actual, some of the direction and the script. Hydrate yourself, get your drink, focus, take notes, what you should to do. If you want to go toilet, a very quick one, but if not, just stay, don't all the way run, suddenly he come, then suddenly the number drop. No, okay? And right now, finally, can you repeat after me with full of guts? So Propnexians, repeat after me. Here, are we already here? Want a couple of people to repeat after me as well? Good. Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
I can.
I can.
You can.
You can.
We can.
We can.
My best.
My best.
Your best.
Your best.
Our best.
Our best.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Step up.
Love you all so much. Thank you so much. God bless. And yes, it's my pleasure to present Executive Director Calvin Fong to take through the next session.
Thank you. All right, for those who are listening to me now, so I hope all of you can hear me. So those who need to go for a toilet break, please go while I set up my screen proper first. Huh? Good morning, every one of you here. I hope all of you are excited, especially this is the first session of the year 2022. I hope every one of you can hear me. Happy New Year to each and every one of you here. Of course, just listened to so many of the previous speakers who have spoken to you. Of course, today is my turn to really share with you what are the things that you're going to take away from today onwards. Actually, there's a lot of things that I prepared. You know, it's almost, I don't know how long I would drag in terms of the time, but I hope all of you can stay throughout the whole session because I spent the last couple of days really preparing all this information, and I hope that I can continue to pass this information to get you excited and get you involved so that you know exactly what are the steps to do so and what are things that you need to move forward with me. Of course, there are many, many exciting things that we have created. Of course, important is let's get started, right? So all of you are back from your toilet break, right? I hope. If not, before I start off, I hope every one of you are ready. I'm so happy to see 4,000 over people here. But of course, our greatest wish is always like what Ismail has mentioned here. We hope to achieve 5,000 people who come here, not because we want the numbers, because we want to be the first one to prepare all this information and pass this information to each and every one of you so that you can get started. Of course, you can choose to listen to the videos later on, maybe because we have recorded it here and there. But I tell you, it will totally be a different feeling because not many people have the patience to watch a video throughout, but definitely there will be some, of course. So are you all ready? To every one of you here, you are ready? Can you type in the chat group, say ready, so that I'm also ready? Can you type in the chat group, say ready? Okay, at least I can see each and every one of you say ready. Let's get moving, because don't drag your time, right? So most important is that. Okay, now, how many of you are affected with the latest cooling measure? And how many of you will think that it will affect your sales one? Can you type inside the chat group and tell me or not? Are you affected? Yes or no? Just type inside the chat group. Yes or no? Wow, so many of you say no, 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 no. Hey, touch your heart lah. Really, don't just reply me based on say no. Oh, some of you at least say yes, right? That is to be fair in a sense. But of course, many of the people here will think that no, is it really logical, or actually it's really the true feeling in you? I'm not so sure, because we are all starting from zero now. All of us are reset already, because it's the 10th day of the year. So of course, I'm not so sure you guys are really. Most important today's session here, I just want you to really feel and express your own thoughts. Most important is yourself. Don't just reply for the sake of just say yes and no, but really think through about yourself. Because why? Only when you can truly feel it, then you probably know, right? So I also hope that all those people who are listening to me now, I know some of you probably say, hey, let's wait for a while here and there. So maybe if you can, please ask your friends to also join us now as immediately, so that I can get ready and start to share with you here. Of course, I also want every one of you here. I know some of you probably have your writing material with you, your pen with you. Some of you may not. For those who are driving, of course, you no choice. But I want every one of you here to prepare a writing material in front of you with a pen. Writing material, blank one, leave it blank first. After that, you leave it, you make sure you have a pen or whatever. Later on, I will ask you to do something for me. So when you have done that thing, right, later on, I will tell you exactly. You just need to follow through. But whatever that we're going to talk about, especially the first part of my segment, I want you to be really yourself. I want you to feel for yourself. Not just only because of what I say, but what I want you to feel, because that will give you the answer later on towards the end of the day of my presentation here. Of course, some of you say will be affected. Some of you will say no, right? Please get your material later. I really need every one of you to do something. So this is the whole program that we want to run through. So of course, this year is the year of what? It's the year of vibration, you know. Are you vibrating now? Most important, of course, don't think negative. Most important, right? Why do I tell you it's a year of vibration? Because if you want to be excited, if you want to be, you know, just like a lion, just like a tiger, right? When you roar that time, right? The energy is so high, right? You know, 2022 is the year of what? Really is the year of vibration, in my opinion. Why? Because I find that it is important to get yourself the high energy first. Honestly, if you do not have the super high energy and excited, whatever I can tell you guys here would never make it happen. Because why? You will think, is it possible or not? Is it really or not? Is it? Everything is all about yes or no. The only way to do well, if you look at all the millionaires just now was actually been seen. There's only one thing they do, is their energy are super high one. You never see their energy is down one. But why is their energy high? Because when their energy is high, you actually attract a lot more what? Customers to you. You attract a lot of positive people with you. You attract all the good people to you. But when your energy is low, my friend, I can only tell you one thing. All the attraction you comes is all the low and no energy and probably the weak customer. So in order to have this year is the year of what? 2022. 2022, if you look at the numbers, if you really look at number, it's 2022. Actually, the two in Cantonese, we say yi, very yi, ho yi, right? So it's very easy year for this year. But only can be easy provided you guys believe that it is so. And first and foremost, as I mentioned, if you want to be really, really excited, you must feel the sense of vibrating inside your heart that you want it to be successful. Because why? Just now, why Ismail actually asked you to say it out? Because when you say it out loud, right, it gives you what? It gives you the energy that you want. It gives you high. A lot of time we tend to fall into our negative stage, which is very normal. Many a time, because why? We are all emotion people, right? So emotion people, sometimes we will definitely fall down. Sometimes we will fall into our emotion trap. But in order to have the high energy, you need to always mix with the right people. I can tell you, whether you believe or not, this place, Promnex, is the year of excitement. It's the year of full of energy. You look at the Ismail, myself, many of the management people, we are always ready and excited for the year. We will never stop moving forward. That's the reason why we want you to succeed with us. But in order to do that, my friend, all of you must have really what? Really must have the high energy inside you. That's why I say, in order to have that, you can welcome the year of what? Really the opportunity coming to you. Only when you see all this opportunity is because when you are excited, you will attract a lot of positive people to you. So in order to do so, like I mentioned, get yourself ready. Of course, 2021, there are people who have done well. There are also people who have not done well. There are also people who have done well, are also worried about whether can I also continue to do well in the year of 2022 as well. So I can only say one thing, whether good or bad, it's already over because it's already 2021. Most important is moving forward. How can you be better off? How can you do well? Some of you can probably don't do well last year. I want to tell you guys here, it's not over yet. It's not the end yet. Because why? I have seen a lot of people who has done well in this kind of market where there's a cooling measure. There are also a lot of people who has done well last year, but I'm very sure this year will be another very, very exciting year. But before I go in to give you all the logical statistics information, I will tell you later on my information that I prepared for you, right? I give you the confidence to reach out to two groups of people, the sellers and the buyers, why they should be taking action. But beforehand, I always believe in one thing, is the mind. How many of you believe that training is important, but mindset is more important? How many of you think that mindset is more important? Can you type inside the chat group? If you think that mindset is more important than anything else, right? Please type it in. Good. I see a lot of people agree with me, mindset is important. I can honestly tell every one of you here, if you don't have a very, very strong mind, I can tell you, whatever training we give it to you, whatever things that we offer to you, you will feel that it's negative one. It is normal. But only when your mindset is ready, just like I mentioned, the vibration in you, only when you can feel the vibration inside your heart, you will actually attract all these good things. But let me explain to you why people actually did not do well last year. If you look at these things, this is the unsold supply is estimated drop to about 15,000. That means that the whole of the market that is unsold balanced units is about 15,000 units left. Can I ask every one of you here, how many of you will feel that? You know, last year was done almost like 13,000 of new launch was sold last year. And now we only left with 14,000 units available for you to sell. How many of you feel that, wow, how am I going to make my sales figure this year? How many of you will feel that it will be a tough year for you? How many of you think that this is the number, this is how you feel now? You feel stressed? How many of you feel stressed? If you felt that you feel stressed, you key in your message there. I hope all of you can be actually working with me, because why? Because when you are typing in everything, right, you actually give everybody what? The sense of anchoring. That's the reason why sometimes we ask you to type here and there, mainly because of what? Because so that everybody knows it's real. It's real. I can tell every one of you here, not about yourself, myself. Everybody would think it's real, right? Of course, the next thing is here. Some of the people tells me, Kelvin, I'm worried I have not enough listings. I do not know what will happen next. What is going to happen next? A lot of people are feeling this kind of stress. Why? Because this is normal. Because it's the start of the year. Everyone will definitely feel stressed. I can tell you, those people who are featured as a millionaire, especially those who have done millionaire last year, some of you will be starting to think, will I be so lucky this year that I can achieve my $1 million sales again? For those who have done $500,000, you'll start to think, whether can I be? So those who did not do well, they will ask themselves again this question. How about this year? Will I fail again? So I want to tell every one of you here, these are all what? These are all the thoughts that you are thinking now that is not real yet. But many people choose to think this way. They choose to think that, hey, what will happen next? But they never focus on what? What can I do next? Remember what I said. Focus on what I do next, or focus on what will happen. There are two group of people, right? So of course, if you ask me, if you are focusing on worrying about what will happen next, I can tell you, your fear will come out. Your fear of not able to do well, your fear of objection, your fear of marketing. Hey, so people tell me, Kelvin, my marketing doesn't generate this. A fear of not enough. So I can only tell you one thing. When you start to worry about things that you cannot control, you only will have one thing's going to happen. Your result will not be there. Because your focusing is actually in the wrong side. Why should I be focusing on what is going to happen next? Why don't I focus on today, which is like now, all of you here inside this room, inside the Zoom room, to start thinking of what to do next. No need to be worried, no need to be stressed. Those people who just now key stress, good that you realize it. But I want to tell you, there's no point worry about stress. The next thing that you need to do here is, what should I do now? What should I do now? And not what is next. Because why? When there is fear, you will stop your creativity. You will stop yourself from thinking about what is next. What should I do? You look at myself. We are always thinking, what can I do next? What can I do next? What can I do next? We have never stopped. Why? Because we are not fear of anything. We only fear that when we don't do. To be honest, I always focus on what? Moving forward. That's why I want all of you here. This year is the year of 2022. It's the year of very exciting year. But I want to tell all of you here, if you are worried about what will happen next, I can tell you, you will not get the result you want. You only focus on one thing. Focus on what you want to do now. Instead of working, scared about objections, people always think, if haven't made customer, already start to think, will the customer actually reject me? Those people who actually feel a couple of times when see customer and people reject you, right? The next question you ask before you meet the customer, you say one thing, will the customer reject me? Just like all the managers here who are listening to me now, all the leaders, sometimes you will think, I cannot compete with other people. Other people are strong. Before you even go and talk about a recruitment, wanted somebody to join you, will start to think, will that person join me? Why bother about will the person join me? The person will join you because of your value, because of what you can add value to them. So why bother to think about what will happen next and what will be the future? I can tell you there's only one group of people that will always think of these things about what will happen next, right? Are those people who are too free at home. I can only tell you that. Only when you are not free, when you are always moving around, always talking on the phone, always working, talking on the phone got two types. Don't talk to people that is not helping you. Talk to your clients, connecting. I can tell you that will make a lot of difference, right? So that's why I want all of you here. Please do not focus on whether can work or not, whether the worst is to compare with people. I can tell every one of you here, if you look at social media, you see all the nice information, all the nice picture, people drive what? You start to ask yourself, why I cannot be like him? Why I cannot be like her? Why is she so fortunate? Why is he like that? Why is he like that? Actually, when you are comparing, right, I can only tell you one thing, you really feel very down. You will feel very negative. Just like Ismail has mentioned, the Sharif who actually passed away because of the illness. Can he do any more comparing? Can't. Actually, all of us are very fortunate. If you look at Singapore alone, we are a very fortunate country. We have everything we want. It's about how much you want to eat and how much you want in terms of money. At the end of the day here, if you are not happy with what you are today, you will never move forward in your life. No point comparing with people, wow, they got all this here and there, they got a nice car here and there. I tell every one of you here, when I married my wife that time, or before I married her, I only drive a 660cc car. I drive that car to Genting somewhere with her on our so-called marriage. We don't have the kind of money that we have, right? But why am I trying to tell you here? Do I actually focus on comparing? I started alone as a manager, as an agent. I built myself up to the next level. Did I compare a lot of things? I don't. I ask myself my skill set. What do I have? I always keep myself learning and improving. I never bother about comparing with others, because why? The moment you are comparing, you will fall into the trap of unhappiness and negative. How are you going to move forward? So I want to tell every one of you, everybody is equal one. Everybody is equal one. There's no talk about luck here and there. But if you are not focused, your energy is negative, I can tell you, you won't get what you want. The most negative word is called what if. Please remove this word from yourself. Please tell people, what if? Please don't say what if anymore, right? The moment you start what if, what will happen next? It's become fear, right? You have so much of fear, no support. I want to tell, really, PropNext alone have a lot of things. It's already more than enough for many of you. Sometimes a lot of people like to have many things, but at the end of the day, can you utilize everything? Also cannot. Most important is what? Action. Do things that is more important. Sometimes you spend your time thinking about all these unhappiness things. 2022 will never be a good year for you. I will tell every one of you here. Just like those millionaires who have achieved, you don't need to think about whether will I get a millionaire or not. No need to think about that, because why? Your focus is achieving 2 million. Not about whether can hit million or not. Whether what if I cannot hit? Maybe it's not. Don't need to think about all these things, because why? Think also no use, because why? It's something that you cannot control. It's something that you do not know. It's something that you don't even know what will happen next. Then why bother, right? Why bother to think about all these things? No need, my friend. To all of you here, your focus is action. That's what I want to tell all you. We all know something called law of attraction, right? Law of attraction can come to you when you are truly happy. But whatever you fear of is also scary. You will also attract as well. Just now, I was talking to Matt Lam, texting me. He said, hey, Kelvin, you know, boss, my millionaire is 4 times, not 3 times. Actually, last week I was thinking, don't know who will make mistake in terms of the number of millionaires. Joanna is also supposed to be 3 times. So on behalf of the management, I say sorry to all of you here, those that miss out, especially Enco is 3 times millionaire as well, right? Sometimes, you know, we may have missed out certain things. I hope all of you can so-called accept it, but definitely will change the hour accordingly. You see, sometimes we are fear of this thing will make mistake or not. Some things will happen. Same thing for those people in sales, in terms of your work. Don't need to be fearful of what is going to happen, because why? We cannot control. We can only move forward, right? That is important. So why focus on the future when you have no control? Focus on now, right? Tell every one of you here, type inside the chat group now, focus on now. Type inside the chat group now. Focus on now. Focus on now, right? Don't need to focus on the future one. I myself do not know what is going to happen next, right? I better enjoy my life every day, and it's now. If you today, just like today, we can be still standing here and talk to you. You guys are listening to me. We are already very blessed and thankful to all these things. Not everyone is so fortunate. I want to tell all of you here. We have what we have is already good enough, my friend. Only when you learn how to be thankful to what you have, you can achieve even more. That's why the number one biggest mistake is don't waste time thinking and no action. You can attend many of my training, attend many of the seminars, but if you never choose to take action, nothing can happen. Really, nothing can happen. That's why I want to also take this opportunity to what? To share with you, because today I don't have a lot of time to feature many people, but I just want to take this opportunity to share with you this guy called Victor Ho. Joined us in July 2020, actually achieving 350,000 in almost 350,000 in 2020 within 6 months as a brand new agent. Last year, he actually has achieved $1 million. Today, I would like to also ask him to be here to really share with me and share with every one of you. All right. Okay, do I need to stop the screen? Okay, good. Hi, Victor. Are you there, Victor? Can you on your screen so that we can see you?
Hi. Hold on.
All right, Victor is someone that I just spoken last week, and I just thought of asking him to come in to really share with you about how he managed to achieve his $1 million, because honestly, it's not easy for a brand new agent to achieve. Not only him, I believe there are many new bloods in PropNext has achieved more than that as well. So definitely you guys also will get your recognition very soon, because we are preparing all these things for you. So of course, for those people, Victor, I'm not so sure you can on your screen or not, or the system or whatever, I do not know.
They say that I can't because there's the host didn't allow me to start the video.
Make co-host. Fourth.
You can't start the video because the host has stopped it.
Okay, you can try again.
Okay. Oh, can.
All right, good, Victor. Yeah, good to see you.
Hello, everyone.
All right, Victor, thank you so much for willing to share with us, because Victor was telling me last week, I said, hey, Paiseh, to really share, but I'm happy that he's willing to be here to share with us. So, but of course, a quick one, Victor, can I just ask you a question here? Because due to time, how do you actually manage to achieve your $1 million, barely only 1.5 years in this business? Because why I want you to really share with them here is because many of them are thinking, what if here and there. So that's the reason why I want to talk to you. Because when I speak to you, you always tell me one thing: why bother to think about things that I cannot control, right? That's the reason why it's very aligned to what I'm going to speak as well. So Victor, maybe you can share with the group of people here, right? 4,000 over people here are listening to you now. How do you actually persist on and manage to achieve your $1 million last year?
Okay. Maybe I start with when I first joined. It was during the COVID period. There was not even viewing being allowed. So I attended your Zoom and learned from colleagues. What should I do? Learn all the correct procedure before I meet the actual buyer. So sorry, your question is I'm fearful or not? Actually, because I have so many things to do. That I didn't, like what you say, I didn't even have the time to think, can I do it or not? Will I do it or not? I just move forward and do what I'm supposed to do and what I need to do. So I actually don't have that kind of fear as per se lah.
So Victor, can I say something? Because I remember last year, right? You start off your early part of the career, actually was feeling was actually quite excited, but I understand that you have a case that is for your new launch. Eventually you lose the customer because of another person maybe have a so-called approach in such a way that probably there's certain sum of money that is being transferred over. So I want to ask you, as a new people, a lot of people will feel very negative. Why this industry like that? Why is it this way of loss? Of course, at the end of the day, to be honest, I always think that the buyer play an important role in the sense because of greed, right? So of course, but I want to ask you, because of that setback, but why are you not affected? And you still persist to do even better. I mean, last year, based on a brand new agent to hit almost 300,000, I would say that is really a fantastic result. So why does it not stop you from moving forward?
Okay, basically my first case was being so-called like undercut badly. And of course, they tell me that don't get this. Even agent tell me that if you keep on doing, if you get upset over it, then you might not even have sales for the next half a year. So I was telling myself, I cannot do this. I got to move on, because the world still move even if you're not moving. So that's why I just focus on what I did wrong and what I should do. I learn from the mistake and I move on.
Which is good. I think that is important, because a lot of time people who is feeling a lot of setback. I believe there are many people out there have different setbacks as well. So I just want to say here is that all the different setbacks, I just hope that every one of you can move forward. Because why? 2022 will be a good new year, and no point thinking about negative things, and that is the most important, right? So the other thing here is that, right, Victor, I also want to ask you, are you concerned about the new cooling measure? Especially last year was your first time you gotten $1 million. Are you concerned that this year will you also achieve that $1 million?
I will do it. I will try my best to do it.
I definitely understand. Sorry?
Measure is bound to come in, okay, because of the huge enthusiasm in the market. but you also take it as an opportunity to talk to your client that, if you do not do it now, when?
So that what I can hear from you just now, you were saying that, right? This, although there's a cooling measure in place, but that is also another opportunity for many people out there to use this cooling measure to actually start to speak to customer and connecting with them. Am I right to say that?
Yes.
Or we can choose to fall into the trap of saying, "Cham liao, really jialat already. The sales will not be there anymore because of the cooling measure." There's only two school of thoughts, right? But what you are trying to say here is that why focus on things that it's not going to materialize? Why not we do now and connect with the people out there, right? Am I right to say?
Yes, boss.
So can I ask you another question here is that, right? What have you done in terms of last year, right, to actually get your sales?
I start from scratch because I'm a total new agent to the property sector. So I did like pay-per-click, Facebook, and basically these two, like I learned from my mentor what he do, and then I will try to do the rest of them. And of course, response must be spontaneous. Some response are not so good, but you try to follow up.
But I understand that the like PPC, all this Facebook here and there, some of the leads are quite super, very, very cold leads, right? How do you manage to actually influence them? Because I believe probably out of 10, maybe got one that is probably willing to talk, or probably out of 20, there's only one willing to talk. Am I right to say?
To this is positive mindset. When you reply positive, I think the client also can feel it.
So what I'm trying to ask you here is that there are people who probably don't even bother about talking to you, even though they click onto you. Probably they actually connect with you, but eventually they are not going to speak to you. Are you not going to be disappointed and keep on spending the money?
No, I'll just move. I'll just continue.
Why? Because you spend the money, no?
I don't think. I'll just do it. Because the more you think,
so you are saying that, right?
Action, yeah.
So you are saying that, right? I mean, especially those who are doing PPC or actually Facebook marketing, right? The challenges is always there because a lot of people are actually doing. So the competition is very, very high because everybody is fighting for the market share of people who want to sell and buy. So definitely there are a lot of sellers, buyers or sellers out there, right? Are totally so-called very, very, very cold, which I probably will understand. But the most important here is that I think like what Victor has mentioned, not everyone who spend a lot of time and money in terms of PPC have done well, or probably in Facebook has done well. But most important is to actually learn from the mistake. Learn where is the missing link. No point blaming the system. Most important is to understand what is the reason of how can I improve, right? Am I right to say, Victor? I believe you probably have done quite a lot of objection as well.
Okay, I haven't had the time to see.
Huh?
Yeah, I've not seen that, yeah.
Sorry, again, you were saying?
No, it's okay. You carry on.
Okay, no, so maybe the last question I will ask you, right? What is your advice for our PropNext agents?
Okay, to everybody, stay positive, think positive, and you will attract positive things to come along your way. Yeah, don't think too much. Just act on it. Action means a lot rather than be think and attend Zoom. Like what you said, mindset is important.
Yep. I think like why I get Victor to come on board here is also because I just a quick one so that everybody can understand if you want to achieve the result that you want, a very right positive mindset is something that you should really be looking at in order to achieve the result that you want, right? Thank you so much, Victor, for your sharing as well. So I shall continue my segment here to thank you so much. Thank you, Victor, right? Appreciate your sharing as well. So of course, the next thing that I would like to touch on is what? The number 2 greatest mistake is failed to be thankful of what you really have. Like what I mentioned to you here. Like just now I mentioned a lot of time, right? I'm not so sure whether how many of you feel thankful to what you have today. Whether you may be someone that is doing millionaire, you may be someone that making 100,000 a year, you may be making sometimes $50,000 a year. Does it really matters? Of course, it matters to your income. But it is more important is that whether are you thankful of what you have first. Because I always feel one thing, if we are not being thankful to what we have, we may not be able to attract good things. Do you know why it is so important, my friend? Because when you are not thankful to what you have today, you are always falling into the trap of very negative energy. And this negative is the so-called, the vibration in your heart is automatically become negative. Only when you learn how to really say thank you to somebody or say thank you to yourself, that makes a lot of difference. Whether is it good or bad, I think today we are here in Singapore, we have everything. Really, we have everything. You look at our countries, neighboring countries, you know what kind of suffering they are going through. That's why I say it. Let's start off the year by being thankful to what we have for last year and the many years back. Only when we can feel the thankful in our heart, we can feel the joy and happiness in ourselves. Only when you feel the joy and happiness in yourself, you can feel to attract more good things to you. I always think very important thing here is what? Only when you are thankful, you become a very happy soul. You will attract all the vibrating positive energy and exciting people to you. Only when you are thankful. And I just want to say thank you so much to every one of you here. Without you guys here, we would not have achieved so much in our life. We have not have made myself to become today who I am. I have not made myself today can do so much things that I never believed. Because why? I'm always thankful that I can learn and be more useful. I always tell people one thing. If I can be better than yesterday, it's already a blessing. So I want all of you to really be thankful to every one of yourself, the people around you, especially those people that you are probably in office or probably be people around you inside your office or what, I do not know. I just want to say thank you. You please say thank you to every one of you here. Inside the chat group, can you also type in thank you to every one of you who make this world a very meaningful world? Because I think only when we dare to say thanks to every one of us here, I think we can move forward and we can really grow together. Like what I mentioned, the law of attractions. Law of attractions will only comes to you. Sometimes you want something so much. But I tell you, there's a lot of people who want many things, but their heart is not vibrating. They are always falling into it. That's the reason why I'm saying, when you want something, you want $1 million, most important, your heart must be excited. You must feel the energy. You must feel the positive vibes in you. Just like me talking to you now, right? If my energy is weak, do you think you will feel it? Even though we are so far away in the screen, right? Although even we cannot see each and every one of you here, does it matter? It does not. Most important is my voice that can actually penetrate to you, can make you feel it. That is more important. Because at the end of the day, at the end of this Jumpstart, we want you to get excited. We want you to believe and work together. Because why? It's a brand new year. We have to feel the energy. Because why? Only when you focus on what is next. Like I mentioned, focus on what is next. Don't focus on what is the future. What will happen next? What will happen? No point. Focus on what is next. Focus on prospecting. Focus on meeting people. You can see the energy inside you. That will make a lot of difference. Because why? You feel the excitement. That's why today, after the first part of my segment, I'm going to give you all the necessary things that you need. I hope that I can give you everything that you can speak to your customer. You focus on what to do next and not bother about what will happen next. No point focus on what will happen next. Focus on what should I do next. That is more important. Be the result good or bad, accept it. Because why? We are learning through the process. Today you may not close the deal. Does not mean that tomorrow you can close the deal. So I want to tell you guys, whatever the so-called just now, I tell you the stock going to come down, your listing is not going to be there. No need to focus on all these things. Because why? If you can focus on closing 10 units at Amber Park this year, you will hit $1 million, 4-bedroom. You can focus on closing. Actually, sometimes we think too much. At the end of the day here, we are only thinking. But most important here is that, what should I focus to close? What should I focus to meet people? Who should I talk to next? I think that is more important. Third mistake is to really find your purpose. to really find our purpose. I want all of you here, I just mentioned to every one of you here, you have a piece of paper in front of you, whether is it iPad or not, whether is it a pen or not, I need the two things in front of you now, and I want every one of you, I want you to use your heart. I want all of you to really feel it. It's today, 2022. What is your purpose in your life? What is your purpose in your life? Now, I want you to write down. If some of you can write down, you want to type in the chat, I also okay. I want you to write down what is your purpose. And I tell you later on, why is it so important to write that purpose? And what I will want you to do subsequently with that written message inside that piece of paper. I want you to do it now in 1 minute, right? What is your real purpose? Purpose is important. When you have the purpose in your life, you will find that nothing can stop you. But when you don't have a real purpose in you, actually you will not see yourself moving. And I will tell you exactly why. This is so important, especially the start of the year. Only when you are clear, you can be the driver. You can be the driver to yourself to move forward to what you want to achieve. So I want you to write, really, every one of you, write down now. What is your purpose? What is your purpose can be short. That means this year, or maybe in the next 5 years, or what? What is your purpose? Especially, is it your purpose for your family? Is it, have you done well for them for last year? Have you given them the best? What is your purpose? And think through. All right, so of course, there are many people with different purpose. The purpose must be real. Must be real to yourself. Really. Just like building a team. Is it just because you have your overriding? May not. Building a team is to pass on, is to really let the person to build yourself up as well. So there's many purpose in our heart, right? But what's your purpose? So I want to tell all of you here, with this purpose, I do not know what purpose you have written inside your piece of paper. And I want to tell you, this purpose must be flagged inside your iPad, must be always be visible to yourself. Because why? I want all of you to have this purpose driven into your mind now, in your heart now. And look at this piece of paper in front of you that you have written down your purpose. What is your purpose in life? What is your purpose now? What do you want to achieve in terms of that purpose? Because only when you saw this purpose, I can tell you, you were not fearful of anything. Just like the management. Everything this year, we do not know what is going to happen. But we know one thing, our purpose is to ensure our people do well. So we are not afraid or fearful of anything that's going to happen. We only focus on what is next to do. Because we want to achieve, because we know that the 10,000 of you guys here are actually really depending on us as well. Of course, you yourself is a driver, but the company must also drive. Because if the company don't drive, you guys will not be moving forward together with us. The company has no value at all. But because we know our purpose, the management, every one of us, our purpose is extremely clear. We want to make sure that every one of you can do well. Therefore, we do not have fear inside our heart. Our focus is believing it and achieving it. Whether the end result by the year end is what, we do not know. But we only know one thing. When our purpose is clear, that will drive you towards your direction that you want to. It will bring you to the end goal that you want to. So if you can put this purpose inside your heart, in front of you, every time when you are down, every time when you start thinking nonsense, every time when you start thinking about what if, every time you're thinking about comparing, come back to your purpose. Only when your purpose is clear, everything will be gone. Why? Because that will bring your energy to always on a high state. If not, you will fall into the emotion trap that many people will always fall into. I got no time for so much of emotion because I have to focus on doing work. How can I make sure my people do well? So that's my purpose. My purpose is to make sure that you are taken care of. You have everything that you want to, just like what Ismail is doing. With all the management, everyone, because we want to make sure. So that's the reason why when you are in front of you, that purpose, tell yourself, I want to focus and believe and achieve. Nothing is going to stop us. Focus, believe, and achieve. This is the key word for you. Focus, believe, and achieve. That is the only thing when you are ready in the emotion state. That's what you should do here. That's why I say, my friend, we always have a choice, whether is it negative or positive. So why bother to think things that is not going to materialize? That's why I say, focus on what is next. What is next? And not what happened. This is a very powerful statement in my brain. That's why it keeps me moving forward. So that's the reason why, my friend, I hope all of you can remember, make it happen. Let's start off with this year in a high vibrating mode inside your heart with the high energy in you. Let's forget the past. Let's forget whatever unhappy. Let's forget all the unnecessary emotion struggle that you're facing now. And let's move off that most important, the purpose in your life. Only when your purpose is clear, all these noises will be eliminated. All this unhappiness will be eliminated. But if you want to boil down yourself with all this unhappiness and all this emotion stress, because you forgot about your purpose. And that's the reason why your energy is super low. Every year without fail, I only have 2-3 days that is negative, so-called energy is low, which is the last few days of last year. Because why? I know I'm going to start off with the year again with zero startup, right? Just like every one of you here. But I'm prepared. I am prepared to be part of you. I'm prepared to fight with you for the year of 2022. I'm here to really work and make sure that everyone at the end of the December, we can have a good celebration. But in order to have all this happiness inside you, the purpose in you, let's drive away all these negative things inside our heart, push it away, and let's move forward to make things work. All right. So I really want all of you to really start off in the right way. That's why I say that 2022 is the year of opportunity in front of you. And you must be the first mover in advantage. And 2022 is the year to learn. Remember, learn and take action. No point come here and feel excited and learn, but no action. I've seen a lot of people out there who really work. Not only they come here and learn, but they take action. And I want to tell you, I'm going to give you all the necessary information that will make you take action. But if you don't take any action, there's nothing I can do. I can only say at the end of the year, you feel sad. But if you really follow me throughout, you really trust me, and let's work together, I can give you a lot of opportunities out there, and you can definitely do well. That's why I'm saying this cooling measure is not a negative thing. Because why? It really gives us an opportunity for you to talk to many people. And towards the end of my segment, you will start to see who else can I talk to? What is next? What should I do now? I'm going to tell you, how can you be the first mover in terms of taking action? So this Jumpstart is divided into 3 portions. First, I already covered mindset, your purpose, right? Only when your purpose is clear, let's move forward to learn the why now. Why your customers should take action now. Why must they be the first mover? There is another date that I want you to lock down, which is 24th of January, 10 a.m. Myself will come in again to tell you exactly how to reach out and prospect with a clearer mindset. Today, I don't want to drag everything into one session, because if I drag everything into one session here, you will feel overwhelmed. So I want to show you now, the next thing is called the why now. Why take action now, right? So that you can be ready. Are you all ready for the why now? Can you type now? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because while you sit 1 hour, are you feeling the high energy? Can you tell everybody, let's go for high energy now, right? Yes. That will make me more excited because I'm going to give you now all the why and why and why and why and why. Why your customer should take action now. Like you mentioned here, the cooling measure. All these are the problems that is upcoming, right? Cooling measure, new law supply, slow buyers tend to wait and see. I can tell you that a lot of buyers and sellers today are wait and see. Sellers are not reluctant to lower down their prices, LTV loan drop. All these are the problems that you will face, right? Probably this year. But I want to tell you, all these are not the problem because why? I'm going to give you the answer to all these problems. I'm going to tell you exactly what you should do next. How should you talk to your customer? How should you make the 80% of the people start to take action? How to start to talk to those people who are wait and see one is to make them take action. If you look at this, before I start off to give you all the answers, I want to tell you why the government came up with cooling measure. There's only one thing. Just like last year, if those people who attended our consumer webinar, myself, Ismail, we always say, once the numbers start to hit a double-digit growth in that year, or a consecutive quarter, double-digit, that's where cooling measure will start to come. No choice. But I tell you, it's a good thing. If there's no cooling measure, the price continue to go up, it's not healthy. I can tell you it's not healthy. But this year is the year to really tell you how the champions will work, how you yourself can make a difference. Because why? I tell you it's abundance of opportunity. Later on, you will know exactly why I say it's abundance. Because why? There are so many opportunities out there for you to reach out to your customers. Look at these numbers. That's why you see the previous year, 2022. 2020 is only 2.2. Last year was 10.2. That is the reason why the government came out with a cooling measure. That's why if you talk to your customer who attended our webinar, they will know exactly why we say there is a cooling measure, why there is no cooling measure. And exactly we say, once it hit double digit, numbers will come. Definitely cooling measure will come. So, like I mentioned to you here, there's two groups of people that you are talking to now. There's a 20% of the people out there is in a market share, this 20%. This 20% is already looking, that means that this 20% of the sellers and buyers are today already in the market, looking to sell or looking to buy, this 20%. But I want to tell you guys here, this 20% is the very hardcore now. Because why? As a buyer, they will start to think, wow, cooling measure come already. I think it's the time to wait and see. Because why? Maybe prices will drop. That's what they are thinking. That's why this group of people is a very tough nut to crack now, if you ask me. It will take them another 1-2 months down the road, right? Before they become more realistic in terms of taking action. But there is another group of people here, which is the 80% of people that has no intention or never thought of selling one. But you have an opportunity to reach out to them. That's why I say on the 24th of this January, not December, 24th of January, you must join me. Because why? I want to tell you exactly what to do next to hit the 80%. Because this 80% of the people is what we are targeting. We want them to take action. Because why? Because they don't have intention. They have not been studying the property. They have no answer to what is happening so much. But if you can create an opportunity for them, if you can make them understand why is it their first mover advantage, I can tell you, your sales will definitely go up higher than what you expect. That's why I say, there's no point thinking what will happen. I want to tell you what is next. Next to do is to talk to this 80% of people who has no intention, how to create that intention. And I tell you, there are still a lot of people out there who are waiting for you at home really to speak to them. Now, why do I say this 6 months? I'm going to tell you guys here, it's only this 6 months. Why this 6 months is the window of opportunity? Why this 6 months is so crucial for all of you here? Because why? You're going to target seller. There's two groups of people, HDB and private. Buyers, of course, there are people who buy a HDB or private or resale. But I will show you later on in my slides how you can specifically target them and tell them exactly what they should do and what action they should do based on numbers and not just based on your so-called your emotion talk, based on factual. Let them see the reason. So why seller and why private owners and HDB owners need to be the first mover advantage? Because why? Today, many of them are still very confused. Should I sell now or should I wait? Will the price continue to go upward or not? Of course, many of the sellers will be thinking, maybe the price will come down. So a lot of people today are confused. That's the reason why it creates an opportunity for you. That's the reason why I say this Chinese New Year is a very, very good time for you to connect with people. That's why just now Yong Hong tells you, don't send bak kwa to them. Don't send pineapple tarts to them because all this will get fat one. The only thing to give it to them is the Monopoly Gold Bar set. Because why? Is to wish them all the best and make more money through property. That is where you can create an opportunity to speak to them. You will never know, my friend. A lot of times, we always think we want to do the traditional way. But there are a lot of simple ways that you can do that can make a lot of difference. And sales can be generated because you do the small little things. If everyone's going to do the same thing, the result will still be the same. But if you can do something that's different, people will see you at a different angle. So it depends on what you are looking at. So next, of course, if you look at this, private property prices to climb slower, expected at most 3%. You see, a lot of time people say that, not I say, a lot of analysts say that at most 3%. Of course, nobody will know lah. You know, analysts always will say one. When the market go up, they will say higher. But the market seems to be that everybody starts to drop. This is very normal, right? So what I'm trying to tell you here is that what? This is what the paper say. And I don't need to say it's for who and who. It's from the analysts who believe that the market will drop based on, not say drop lah, I would say that it grows slower. But that is the reason why your customer must take the first mover advantage. Why? I want to show you this. Look at the chart now. You can see from here. You can see from here. In the year of 2023, Belmont Green was at what price? 1858. But do you realize one thing? At that point of time, a lot of people are waiting. Wait and see. Because that was the time cooling measure in place. 2003. Oh, sorry. Wait and see. A lot of time people are waiting to see what will happen next. But do you realize one thing? When people start to wait and see, the price start to fall. So my question to all of you here, if you are the seller today, will you want to be the first mover? I'm not saying that the price will drop. I'm not disagreeing. But do you agree with me now that if you can exit, now is the highest? I do not know. The screen is blurred. Is it true? Their connection. Right? So if you can see this, why am I showing you this chart, right? Because why? Very blur. Screen okay. Huh? All good. So I think come to the most important part, right? The screen will get blurred one. So it's very normal because either you're attracting the positive or negative energy now. So you better pick your Wi-Fi better to make sure, because why a lot of facts is going to come out. All right, so but I want to tell you, it's really blurred, but it's okay, all good. Huh? Oh, okay. Okay, maybe because of your configuration in terms of your laptop or your iPad or your TV or whatever, I'm not so sure, right? But those who can see means we are okay. So I want to tell all of you here, look at this chart, because why? You must understand how to use this information to speak to your customer. So if you look at, see, like what I mentioned to you, now is the latest cooling measure in December. A lot of sellers will start to think, hey, will my price drop or not? Maybe it won't drop. I maybe wait for a while, wait a while, whatever here and there. But I want to tell you, nobody will know the answer. You yourself cannot know. I myself cannot know. But I only know one thing. If I can be the first one to exit now, I will probably be the first one to actually sell at the highest. Why do I say so? Why do I say so? If you take an example of this case study called Belmont Green, during the 2013, the price sold was 1858 per square foot highest. Now, that was last year, December. Let's say I take an example. Last year, this Belmont Green was sold at 1858 per square foot. For example, if now there is someone sold at 1,007 per square foot today, last year, December, this guy sold at 1858. This year, January, someone sold at 1,007 per square foot. Can I ask every one of you this next question? What do you think the price will go up or will go down? Can you key inside the chat group, up or down? Good, right? You can see, right? It's down, right? Same thing. When you're talking to your customer, Do the same way. Ask your customer this question. Why they should be the first mover? But if you look at the other thing, when it's down, right? The next thing that will happen, when the market start to pick up, right? It will go up this way. This is how the market reacts. But of course, if you look at my charts, later on, you need to understand so that you know how to use what charts, what information to use it for your seller, what charts to use it for your buyers. And later on, you need to dissect it accordingly to what you need, right? But the most important, I want to tell you here, this is very normal because I've seen a lot of transactions are like that. But once the market starts to go up, right, the next thing that goes up, the price will start to move upward. So whether the price upward or downward, nobody will know. But the most important now that you need to do here is to talk to your customer. Do they want to be the first one to exit over here? You need to speak to them. Because why? That's why I'm saying, that's why this cooling measure create a lot of opportunity for all of you here. If you see it as opportunity, you can speak to many people. Later on, I will tell you who to speak to, where to speak to. But I want to tell you, if you look at this, Costa del Sol, same thing. When it start to fall, it will fall this way. When it start to go up, it will start to go up this way. But if you can be the first one to exit, you will be at the highest point. But those people who exit in 2013, eventually they went to buy another property. Do they make money as well? They also make money, right? But do you know one thing? They sell at the highest point. You want them to sell at the highest point. That's why you must let them what? Take action now. You want them to move. That's why today my topic here, it covers your resale market. It covers your new launch market. Because why? If you just depend on the new launch market, that is the number of units. But if you can target on your seller, because why? All these sellers are first timer, many of them. If they can actually swap their property, why not? But you are doing a favor to them. You want them to take action because you want them to be the first mover to sell at the highest point. Sell at the highest point. I want to tell you. Look at Caspian. It's the same. It's the logic framework is the same. That's why don't you speak to them? Of course, I cannot tell you sure or not. I do not know. But I'm quite sure that if they sell today, you'll probably be one of the highest point at this point of time. You look at today, the resale market. If you look at the resale market today, I show you a clearer chart, right? It is almost, it is almost the peak price of the 2013 really. That means today your resale buyer who wants to buy a property today, a resale buyer, is almost at the peak point of the 2 cycle already. So, talk to your seller. How can they be the first mover advantage? Look at One Amber. It's the same. Of course, people say, you see, Kelvin, you look at this. You see, when I keep this property and today I sell, actually the differences is actually not a lot, 1,700 and 1,900. But what are the opportunities that he missed out to make more money? That is the part. So if they actually cash out their money, they can actually use the money to re-roll and reinvest again. They actually will make more. So the question is, how can you tell them that to be the first mover? You see, every time there's a drop, right, there is always an opportunity as well. So the market is always open to all these sellers who take advantage and be the first mover. I want to tell you, if you don't, you will miss all this opportunity coming. And if you look at the average price for the resale, the good news here is that you can see the resale market across all the different regions, OCR, RCR, CCR, actually is quite stable. So a lot of time people say, I'd rather wait for the market to drop a lot before I come in. But actually you look at the market, actually from this point to this point also has gone up. So a lot of time people try to time the market. It's also difficult to time because if you look at the overall cycle, it is this way. As long as we are not speculating, we are able to move on, even look at all the different cooling measures, TDSR, ABSD, pandemic. You look at all these things. Does it stop the price from moving upwards? The price are still going upwards despite all the kind of ABSD. Today, my objective is to tell you one thing. This current cooling measure is focusing on additional buyer stamp duty. But do you realize one thing? All this ABSD does not stop the effect on the price of going upwards. It does not. The ABSD actually did not actually cushion the market a lot. The one that cushioned the market a lot during the 2013 is actually the TDSR. This is the one. But today, the TDSR, later I'll tell you something about TDSR later on. But I want to tell you one thing here. After that, if you look at the different cooling measure, even the pandemic, it does not actually slow down the market. Eventually, it's still an uptrend. If you look at the price of the resale, that's why I'm telling you now. This is another chart I just want to show you based on the broad base. Just now I show you very specific case study. Now I'm showing you in a very general numbers, how the price actually work on. If you look at the slide, the PSF, right, from this 2018, this is 2018, 2,100 plus, it dropped to 1,981. So why must your seller be the first mover advantage? I want to tell you this. Take advantage to sell at the peak and exit and go for something else. I will tell you what. And exit and enter again and buy something better. That's what you should be doing. But if you look at this, of course, core central region, right, is probably the one that is going to be affected, which is very normal. Because why? They make money also the most. The market drop, they also drop the most as well. But what I'm saying here is that if you look at the general RCR, also have dropped 11%. The OCR dropped 2.2%. You look at OCR, it dropped the least. Why? Because it's less speculative. So when it's less speculative, the prices generally will hold better. That's what you should see. But most important, you see one thing I'm trying to tell all of you here is what? Is to tell you guys here that if they can be the first one to exit, they probably be the first one to at the high in terms of the point. And they take advantage of what is next. That's what I'm trying to say to you. Next, HDB market. Same thing. A lot of people will say that the analysts say that the HDB market will definitely so-called increase at a slower pace by 5 to 8%. Used to be double digit, but now they say that it will expected to drop because of the cooling measure. So, but of course, generally the HDB market may not have dropped that much, or may not have that effect of you going to see a very spectacular kind of increment. That's the reason why I also want you to speak to this group of people, the HDB owner. Why do I want you to talk to them? Because you see, from 2013, right, it actually fall all the way downwards to 131. 149, the lowest is 130.8. But it actually start to pick up. Again, now we are at one of the highest point now. Should they be the one that exit? I will tell the customer, I will not tell you sure drop. I will not tell you how the HDB market will rise up even higher. No, I can't tell you. But definitely, this cooling measure definitely will make buyers start to think, should I wait and see? Should I hold down? Should I be thinking? But I want to tell you guys here, is to speak to the HDB owner, not to ask them to sell for the sake of selling, but to speak to the HDB owner to ask them to take advantage to swap their property. For those people who knows, in 2012, I have a slide before, 2012. I've shown you before HDB people sold their Punggol flat at 600 plus. Eventually, those who sell later at 2013, the price dropped to almost 400 over 1,000. But those who actually sold in 2012 at the peak price of 600 plus, they went on to buy a private new launch. They make another set of money. So again, now is the time for you to speak to your customer again. They are at the highest point of time. Should they be taking action? This is the last part. This is the second part of 2009. You see, even the pandemic, even the cooling measure, it will still push the price upward. This cooling measure, of course, the effect would not be significant. But I look at it, opportunity. Why I say so? In a short while, I'll tell you. Now, I show you the 4-room flat across 3 towns. I took a case study to show you. All these things can never be available in your square foot in whatever SRX or whatever, because all this is we and my research people. I work with her, Jean, and who is that? Xiu Ying, right? Both of them, right? We actually come out all these thoughts, right? how to give you information. Of course, my Gene is the one that work on Saturday and Friday to really do all these charts for me. Because why? I want to show you. You look at this, the gray color Sengkang. 4-room flat used to be 517,000. But it drops to the bottom point in 400,000. For HDB to drop 100,000 is a lot. That means it's almost your profit gone. But today, it has gone back to almost how much? No, $500,000. $500,000. Wow, I can see that you're very excited to have my slides, Yeah, that's definitely your slide will be there for you. At least I know that you guys are ready to take action immediately, which is a good news. But what am I trying to tell you here? If they can see this, you don't want them to go through another cycle of downwards. Of course, I cannot tell you yes or no. Nobody will be able to know. But it's already on the peak already. Do they want to think about it? It has gone up by so much. And the government, if you look at what they're trying to do here, is to build a lot more BTO. They come up with the new HDB at a very strong strategic location. What is their objective? Their objective is to cool the resale market. It's very clear. What are they trying to do? So what am I trying to tell all of you here? If you have a chance, please speak to your customer and make them see a reason or why they should be taking action now. For those who are talking to your HDB owner now, if you are doing door knocking, you should be talking to them and ask them to buy a private property or ask them to buy EC. Look at those people who change from HDB to buy an EC. You know how much profit they're going to make. This is opportunity, my friend. You look at the last phase. That's why I'm saying there's two phases. How the 2000, this is the part that I show you, the first screen is talking about the 2013, the fall. But the second part that I show you now is the up. So again, like I mentioned to you, those people who, let's say I show you this. Is it? Okay, if you look at this, same thing. I'm trying to use this to show you 517,000. If today someone come in and sell at 480,000, what will be the price be? Up or down? So again, this is exactly what I'm trying to show you, the differences between my two charts. Is to let them see when the market go up, it will go up this way. But when market come down, right, it will come down this way. So that's the reason why they must be the first mover to exit now also. If they want to take advantage of the situation, right? Be the first one to go. So this is what you're trying to tell them. So using this information, I tell you all these charts that are given to you today, right? There's a lot of things that you can do and connect with people and start to do a lot of copywriting, start to do a lot of Facebook talk, start to do a lot of things to connect with your customer. If you tell me that you got so much time and nothing to do, then I cannot believe it to you. Because why? All this information can help you to paint a very, very interesting story to let them understand of the exact reason. I tell you, your purpose is to help them to improve their life as a real estate person, right? Look at a 5-room flat. Same thing. From here, all the way, from here, all the way here. So it's the same, right? If you look at the numbers, it bottomed up from here. Now, it has gone up to the peak. It has gone up to the peak. So my question to you here, will you want to be the first one to exit? Will you want to be the first one to go? So take opportunity now to look at this, right? So this is how it works. Okay, so how you can see, so far the screen, everybody is okay, right? Because the rest okay, except for some of you. Because I want you to see very clearly so that you know exactly what I'm trying to tell you guys here. That's why I say it's important to let them understand one thing. Why should they be the first mover to run? First mover to take action. That's one thing. Therefore, I see another opportunity in the new launch market. Why is it another opportunity for them? Because today, developer, the thought process is still very blurred. Because why? They also worried because they are worried about what? ABSD issue on their own property, on the development. If they cannot sell all, they have to pay ABSD accordingly. So their concern is, will I dare to raise price because of ABSD now? Will I dare to do anything funny to increase the price now? That's why I'm saying there is an opportunity for your seller. There is also another opportunity for your seller to take action in today's market. When the developer are confused, why? Because your HDB owner, private owner, they only have one property. But to a developer, they have hundreds of property. Their concern is, can I sell off fast now? That's their part now. So if you are actually taking action and talk to them, they will start to take action, right? They will start to take action. So if you look again, so the question now here is, should I buy new sales or should I buy resale? I used to give you information based on very specific development. But if you look at this chart, will tell you, the resale market is actually this one. But the private property market, the new launch market is this one. But if you see, which one will you choose? New or resale? As you can see, the price will continue to keep going upwards. Eventually, why? Despite all the different cooling measures, you see all my different charts, I did put in all the different ABSD, different cooling measure. If you see very clearly, it's very specific to a short period of time. But eventually, after every cooling measure, the next thing they do, what is to go up. Especially if you look at all the ABSD one, all the ABSD cooling measure after a short runway down, the next thing that you see is a runway up. That's what you see. That's the reason why the next 6 months is a very important exercise for all of you. It's important for you to talk to your clients now so that you have your resale market, you have your new launch market, right? That's what you need to look at. So next, this is what I'm trying to tell you. This is the part that you see, the heavy one, the TDSR one. The TDSR one definitely caused a big more impact because why? At that point of time, this period is trying to wipe off a lot of speculators. But after the 2013, there is no more speculators in the market. Why? Because of the additional stamp duty, because of the TDSR, there's a certain requirement in your income to actually borrow. So if you ask me now, the government has introduced to you 60 to 55. Is this something negative or positive? I will again say it's a positive news. Positive news in what sense? Positive in such a way that your customer who buy a property, they know that these are the people that's qualified. They are capable. They will not anyhow throw their property away when market is down. I mean, as you see, when we buy property, our objective is what? We do not want to have a spike up in terms of price, which is also dangerous. We also do not want a price to straight away come down drastically as well. That creates fear. We do not want that. So with all this in place, it only tells you one thing. The property market will be very stable and strategic. Just now, someone was asking about interest rate. Interest rate eventually will still go. But how much is the rate that's going upwards is a question mark. It's going to be a very slow pace. Even those people in the market for long, in 2008, when the market layman crisis came in, it took them almost 6 years before the interest rate goes up to 2%. Still have not reached the 3%. The highest, if I'm not wrong, is about 2.2, 2.3, 2.4 that you can rate. After that, immediately fall all the way downwards. So, most important, not about the future. What they can buy now, what they can do now. Later, I'll show you more stats. That's why I say show you, right? The ABSD, the pandemic, the price still move upward. And I want to tell you why I see another opportunity, because later on, I will show you all the upcoming future launches will be even at a higher price. So if they don't take action in buying today's what is available in the market, then I tell you, they're missing out opportunity. Why some of us went on to buy some of the new launches recently, even after the project was sold. Like for example, I bought an Amber Park as well. No more battery. No battery. Testing 1, 2, 3. Test 1, 2, 3. Okay, are you can hear? Huh? Oh, okay. All right, so for those people just now, you probably have missed out. Thank you so much. Can hear, right? Good. All right, just want to share with you just now, maybe miss out certain part here and there. So basically what I'm trying to say here is that, you see, even today, even our pandemic, I mean, last year, I myself also bought a property for bought a property as well in Amber Park. I saw Benjamin also bought something for her child as well, for his child as well. Why do we still buy in today's market? The reason is because why? We know one thing for sure. A lot of existing supply will be out very soon. If people don't take action, they will be buying the future land cost, future price upwards. So at the end of the day, that will be another higher price range. If you don't take action today, if you don't tell a buyer to take action today, they will miss out the opportunity if they move forward. Look at this. This is to tell you the resale market 1001 went up to 1199 per square foot. For a new launch, it has struck a new high. On average is 2248. So you can see that, right? 1199, 2248 is the numbers that it has gone up as compared to a resale. So your question is, should I buy new launch or should I buy resale? No right, no wrong answer. The resale market eventually also go up in prices, but at a slower pace. It's just that if you have an opportunity today, why don't you look at the developers one that is currently not willing to lower down, not willing to sell, go up their prices, and they are selling based on the old price tag? Why don't you ask them to take action? That's what I'm trying to say. You look at this. This is a Park Riviera example that I want to show you. Those who bought in the year of 2016, if today they choose to sell their property, it's almost like 1193 versus 1431. It's almost like $300 per square foot, which is 1,000 square foot will easily cost them 300,000 profit, some even higher. So if they have a chance to buy when the market is not stable now, why don't they take action? That's for you to take a look. So why do I see opportunity in the market? Because why? Cooling measure create fear on developer too. Next, the resale market also at its peak now. So the question is, should I go for resale? Because you see some of my, on the average, the resale prices has almost peaked almost the last of 2013. So the question is, should I go for resale or should I go for new? You talk to your owner. Resale, resistant from the resale owner now. If you ask the seller to actually sell low in the market today, I think it's tough. They will tell you, why should I sell now? Because the market is still very hot. They will not believe in you one, I tell you, my friend. That's the reason why I want you to speak to the 80% of the people out there. But you can still talk to the 20% of the people in the market. Show them what is available. Why do you want them to be the first mover? Doesn't matter. Whether they take action or not, doesn't bother you. Most important, I want you to practice using my information to talk to the customer. That is more important. Past measure can see prices go higher after the measure. I also have shown you all the past cooling measure. You can see that the price eventually go higher. That give you justification. Existing launch are under the old price tag. That's why they must take action in today's market. That is for them to take action. And of course, you know, the upcoming one will be even higher in terms of price tag. So if they don't take action, it will be their loss. That's what I'm trying to tell you. So that's why the next 6 months, I want all of you to be very, very focused. Reach out to your client. Take action. Now, new sales price increase eventually, despite the previous cooling measure, right? I show you now. Look at the new sales market. For those who enter in 2011, cooling measure, ABSD. If they never sell their property, today they are making 600,000 because it's 1629. Now the price is 1352 for RCR. Today is 2004. Those who bought a so-called in CCR 2005, today at least went up to 28. The CCR market, why is it this way? It has not gone up to what is supposed to be peak yet. Because why? Because it takes some time for the recovery. But the market also reacts very fast as well, the cooling measure. That's why today I see core central region. In fact, the core central region, I see a big advantage in today's market, which this year, my focus is going to talk a lot more in the core central region. You will say, Kelvin, I may not have customer. Don't bother about whether you have customer. As I mentioned to you, no need to think about what if do I have. Focus on now. Talk to people. You will never know. Sometimes a lot of things we plan so much also never come out. Sometimes you do already, immediately result comes out, if you trust me. So what I'm trying to show you here, despite all the different cooling measures, prices still continue to move upwards. So this is the next cooling measure here, ABSD. So talk to your customer. Should they want to take opportunity now? Look at this case study, Sterling Residences. Again, from 1.7 per square foot, those who take action in 2018 with the cooling measure in place. Eventually, what happened today? $2,318 per square foot. Sometimes we keep thinking, wait for the cooling measure, wait for the price to drop, wait for what, wait for what. I tell you, wait also no use, because why? The price run faster than you wait. Those who wait, eventually they will never buy property one, because why? I should have bought it early. I should have bought last time. I should have bought what? But eventually when the price go up at 2,000, they will start to say, I should have bought 3 years ago. By the time they say that, it's always over. This group of people, you can forget about it, because why? You can only make them sad, but never take action. This is to show them proof. Look at this. Park Colonia. This is the example that you remember for those people at that point of time. Everybody is rushing to the show flat and be the first one to buy that so-called property because of the cooling measure. Today, all of them are laughing. Today, they are making 200 over 1,000 in 3 years, 4 years. Hey, so cooling measure. That's why this time now the government very smart. The government announced the cooling measure in the 11:30 p.m. No one can open show flat. If not, everybody will chong to the show flat. You see, this is what happened, right? So what I'm trying to say here is that the cooling measure actually did not stop people from making money. The cooling measure did not stop people from making money. Remember what I say. Twinview, also at the peak of 2018. People make close to $500,000 property. Look at the profit they make. Isn't it fantastic? That's why I want to tell all of you here. All those who make $500,000, you look at the square feet unit, all 1,500. All the big units. And I want to tell you today, our existing stock has a lot of big units. This is the time to talk to them about buying the big units, because they will make more money. Those who attended my seminar, they don't know whether it's in August or October. Size matters. Go and look at my talk, size matters. You will know why and how to sell big unit from there. That is the profit. Look at Twinview on the average price. Same thing. Twinview in 2018, that was the peak when the market was done. Right? That was their price higher. In fact, Twinview was launched before the cooling measure. But the price eventually make a good profit eventually for most of the owners out there. So every time you see, just now I show you the chart, you see all the new launches, the price go up this way. But do you also realize that a lot of people make money through new launches? That's the truth, right? So if you look at these numbers, it gives you a lot of confidence to tell the people, take advantage now, right? Park Extra, 100 to 300 over 1,000. Haven't even TOP, people already sub-sale out and make money, and they run away. It's also launched when? 2018. Cooling measure period. Cooling measure period, people who buy today sell with make 300,000. So cooling measure is a signal of making profit. Cooling measure is a signal to make profit. Please talk to your owners. This is what the Park Esta, today the price from 1.7 on average, 1.6 on average, went up all the way to 2,000 per square foot. Right? So you will never know. So that's the reason why please ask your customer, take action. Next thing, volume of sales. Should we buy when the volume is high or should we buy when the volume is low? Now, I don't ask every one of you. How many of you think that this year the volume of sales will drop one? If you think it's drop, you type inside the chat group, say drop. If you say increase, we'll say increase. Very simple answer. Your correct answer will give you extra marks. Right? Increase. Wow, got people put increase. So, most of you say will drop. Whether drop or don't drop is also not my problem. But I want to show you one thing. For sure, the new launch market will definitely drop because that is only the leftover of 14,000. There's no choice one. But I want to show you this thing, this interesting chart. When the volume drop and people who buy during the volume drop actually make the most money. Anyone who buy here or making huge profit. This year, I'm very sure that the volume definitely will drop. Drop or increase depend on all of you here. If you go and talk to the 80% of the people that are not ready to sell and you make them take action, right, the volume will increase for sure. Definitely for sure. And you will make all the developers be more excited to take action and buy properties, buy all the M block or buy all the GLS for sure. But I want to show you here is that, right, all the private new sales, actually definitely this year the volume will drop. But even drop, don't bother because why? You still have 14,000 or 15,000. It's a good numbers. If today we can achieve 10,000 even of new launch transaction for the year of 2022, many of you will benefit from here. Actually, if every one of you get good numbers of the new launch sold, you already hit your target, your sales figure. You already hit. So don't think too much. Look at the resale also. Same thing. Resale market is also very interesting. When the volume drop, anyone who bought during the volume drop, also same thing. The price also increased today. So I'm trying to tell all of you here, should I buy when we expect that the volume will drop? Because all the analysts say that the volume will drop this year. So is there an opportunity for you? Think about it. Right, this is the core central region, same thing. The volume is dropping. When the volume drop, the PSF also lower. Right, that's why you see. Look at the RCR, same thing. When the volume drop, the market goes upward eventually. It's always like that because why? I can tell you the reason why. Why is it so that the volume eventually will cause the price to go upward or downward? It is very normal. If I'm a developer, if I see that my stock is very little, what I need to do now is to go out to the market to buy stock. When I go out to buy stock and everybody start to buy stocks, what will happen? It creates a demand. When it creates a demand, everyone will sell high. That's what happened. So eventually, why I say that your customer must take action today? Because all the new launches today are still under the what? Old price tag movement. Cannot miss opportunity one, my friend. OCR, same thing, right? It's the same numbers that you see. I just want to show you a different varieties, right? To show you. Now, this is what I'm trying to say. If you look at it, this line show you the price increase. This color box show you the volume of transaction. When the volume is low, the price is low. When the volume goes up, price will went up. So we now expect that the volume is coming down. But I want to tell you here is what. That's why I say, because the new launch market, the volume is going to be so low this year, you must quickly go out and tell them why should they buy now. That's what I'm trying to tell you here. You look at the current inventory. I can tell you, developer today don't increase price. We are very lucky already. Because if you look at the stock, OCR, we only left with only how many stock? Very little stock. So we only left with 4,003. That means we actually can sell off in this year. You look at RCR, CCR. That's why this year I need to focus on where? The core central region. Because that is where the stock is the most. We hope to increase the number of sales from there. That is where your income will also grow as well because the quantum is bigger. But of course, most important is also the PSF. I look at some of the property has a very good opportunity for you to move forward. So this is something for you to talk about it and join me in some of my upcoming seminars that I would cover. Right now, why I show you this chart? I'm showing you this chart because of one thing. Supply is low, demand is strong, price will go. That's why I'm telling you the next 6 months is still a so-called confusion state. If you can, speak to your clients now, take action. So why resale prices will hold or drop slightly? Not enough realistic seller in the market because a lot of sellers today will not want to sell because some of them are owning ABSD. And the rental market is also strong with very good passive income and yield. That's the reason why people are not willing to sell. Upcoming launches, it will be higher. A lot of sellers knows about it. So that's the reason why eventually what happened? They're holding their price, which also means that your clients may also start to look at the existing launches in the market where the price is almost like very close to the market. Think about it, right? Go and check out. Now, why I tell you the market will hold? Because the rental market is strong. You look at the market rental has all gone up in all the different sectors. The rental has gone up for the next 2 years. I tell you, those people who actually rent their property, the next 1-2 years, the rental will be strong. So when the rental is strong, even though the interest rate may increase slightly, it is still strongly covered by the rental. And that's the good news. And if you look at this, why they should buy? Because the upcoming launches will be higher in the core central region. So those who wait, they eventually pay more. If you look at this, RCR, same thing. Of course, if you look at these are a smaller development here and there. Smaller development it is very subjective. Not everybody may want to. But the generally big development, if you look at it, the prices are eventually going to be higher because of the land cost they beat, right? Look at OCR. OCR, why is it I can tell you, those who can do your deals done, please go and get your customer to buy whatever existing stock in the so-called new launch market in the OCR. Just like Treasure, I tell you, the next project is the Arden, right? These are the ones that can still sell you cheap. But after that, everything will become more and more expensive. So if you can choose to take action for the existing mass market, please go and take action now. Now, just now I mentioned to you about the 8 TDSR. These are the main bulk of the people that are buying the property and the mass crowd that you have, which is between the 1 million to 1.5 million, 1.5 to 2 million, 2 million to 2.5 million, or 2.5 to 3 million. These are the category of the people that is available to buy property last year. And I'll show you something. This is something that I've checked with certain big banks. I cannot name the bank. They say that most of them, about 45% took a loan based on TDSR. That means they probably take a TDSR based on their income, 55 to 60%. But there is a good number of 55% are actually below 55, which also is a good news for all of us here. We all think that the TDSR is going to affect many of us. But I want to tell you, this 5% is not going to affect many of us. Why? Because a lot of them do not actually take out the max TDSR. In fact, you see, that's the reason why the market actually got anything cooling measure. The market is not going to collapse big because the effect is not big. And most important, I also have checked. Almost average, I don't just check with one bank, I check with a couple. Almost like 90% are first time taking loan. This is abundant of opportunities for all of us. That's why I say on the 24th, I'm going to talk about this. How do you prospect and get leads? You see what is available. You look at the core central region, less than 1 million is nothing already. What is left over, which is here? Well, even Normanton Park left with 9 units. The 1 to 1.5 million is all here. So I want to tell you, the opportunity is not going to affect you because of TDSR. Even with the TDSR, it does not affect because why? These are the quantum that is affordable to most of the people out there. Just like I showed you the previous chart. Most people can afford to pay this kind of price range. Is all available in the market. If you tell me because of TDSR going to affect you in sales, I want to tell you, it's not affecting you. These are all the different. But if you look at the numbers, you'll be quite scared. You'll be quite scary to see. Numbers are falling off very fast. And I want to tell you to use these charts to go and tell your customer, you want also don't have anymore. This is the balanced stock in the market. If someone tells you, I want to buy something 1.5 to 1.5 to 2 million, I tell you this is the stock available. It's not the choice that you want. It's whether you have a chance to buy it or not. That's a question mark. Use this information to tell your customer. Demand, supply. You want also don't have. Because why? Not many left over. Right? So 2 million to 2.5 million, I leave it to you. The charts, all these things will be uploaded later on in the VO. You can go and collect it later. So now, this is the percentage stocks that is available in the market, right? I did not break it down to core central region. This just now previously was already done. Now, what you can see here is 1 bedroom, how many stock? 2 bedroom, how many stock? 3 bedroom, how many stock? Is what available now. If you honestly, this is haven't break down, but you can see, right? The stocks are very limited now. Are really very limited. Based on CCR, what is available, OCR, what is available, is all breakdown accordingly to the number over here. This is a very good chart to create an urgency to take action. Because not many choice available. If they don't buy, the next one will be higher. If they don't buy, the next one will be higher. So that's what you want to tell them. And the future stock will be higher. That's what you need to tell them. So this is what is available. And so based on the different district, right? All here. So go and take a look from there. You can see. Like I mentioned to you, it's all about supply and demand. Supply will definitely ease. Prices will definitely go up. If you just think that you are a developer today, will you want to increase your price subsequently? That's what I'm trying to tell you here. Because of the stock that is going to drop, prices will have to go. So that's why I'm saying, if you have a choice today, think about it. What should you do now? That's why I'm saying, next 6 months is a very crucial 6 months. For many of you here, if you want your sales to do well, don't think too much. Action, right? That's why I say opportunity is in front of you. Let me share with you this example here at Holland. I find that the price is interesting. Why do I say so? First, if you look at the PSF, selling is about 2004, 2005. Eventually, will go higher and higher. But if you look at the existing 3-bedroom units that is in the market, that is new launch, already have done 2,007 to 3,000 over dollar per square foot, already have done in terms of price tag. Now you are buying a brand new development at Holland District 10 freehold at 2,005 per square foot. This is a steal in the market that you can bring your customer to take action. Because we know one thing, this is a freehold development. Choices are not many. That is freehold. And based on this kind of price tag of 2005, 2006, you should go and talk to your customer based on that. And I show you this. Based on just now, I checked 3-room, 2.6 million to make a 300,000 profit. You just need to exit at 2,700 per square foot. If you look at the upcoming launches, the prices are already going upwards. If they don't take action now, they may lose it, right? Opportunity is there. And I tell you, based on the new home sales for freehold only, today the average price is already 3,000. Now you are buying something at 2,005 per square foot, 2,006 per square foot for a freehold property. And after with a profit margin of 300,000, it's still at 2,007, below what the average is selling today. Is there an opportunity for you? So I want to tell you, there's so many opportunity in the market, right? Actually, there's no time for you to lose. It's to take action. Normanton Park. This is the next development. If you don't have the budget for the CCR, this is the next budget that you have, Normanton. Look at yesterday, 6 units was transacted on Sunday. And the price is going to increase again on 5th of February. So, my friend, you don't have time now. You better take action and bring your customer to see action. Why? Look at the resale market in the RCR, already done between $1,600 to $2,000 per square foot. They are now selling at 1,007 plus per square foot. If you look at this unit, 4-bedroom, 2.1 over million, 300,000 profit. Exit price is only $2,000 per square foot. You look at the upcoming launches, Slim Barrack, is already 2,002 plus per square foot. So why are they not taking action today? You haven't reached out to them. Speak to them. Because why? It's very obvious if they don't take action. Again, I take a 99 years New home sales. 2081 is the average. We are now buying 300 or 200 of $200 to $300 per square foot, lower than what the average of RCI is transacted. Isn't it? This is an opportunity for your customer. Leiden Green, yesterday also sold 3 units, 2005 to 2007 per square foot. This is another good development that you should be talking, because why? This is near to all the good school, freehold, MRT, good location, big land plots of size. The price is about 2007 range per square foot. You look at all the some of them are 99 years, some of them are freehold, already have done 2006 to 3,000 over dollar per square foot, has all been done on average already. So this price at 2007, is this still a good price to enter? Even my customer bought a unit here recently, also at 2007. I say, eventually you are buying a freehold property. In times to come, prices will be higher because of lack of stock, because demand for freehold is always there. That's something for you. If you look at this price, like I mentioned, exit strategy. With this price tag of 2007 plus 300,000 profit, the exit is $3,000. It is still the price on an average price of a CCR freehold property. That's why I tell you, my friend, if they don't go and buy now, right, they will be paying the 3,000 at Leiden Greens very soon, because the market will not have that kind of prices anymore. Used to be able to buy 2004, 2005. I can tell you, further delay will have no choice but to pay more. And future land bid will be higher. Future land cost current in CCR is higher. They will have to pay more. So take action. So another thing. Talk so long. Right? You know how long I do my slides, right? That's why it's never an easy task to do slides. But definitely I put everything in mind, because why? I say if I don't do anything more, I scared also. So I better give you as much as possible to give you that confidence to go and reach out. Because I give you less also cannot, give you more also cannot. But you know, I use up all my bullets, you know. So I still have another bullet on 24th. So I make sure that you guys better turn out on 24th to get yourself more information. Now, next. The next thing I want to touch on is something that is very important to many agents also, because a lot of agents always have this concern. Should I wait and see? What happens if the price drop? What if I buy now? Will they make money? What if your buyer buy now? Will they make money? I'm not so sure how many of you are feeling that. I've spoken to some people out there. They are thinking, what if my buyer buy today at these kind of prices? Will they still make money? That is their concern. I'm not so sure how many of you have this concern, that you were fearful, worried. If I ask my customer to buy now, will they actually make money? I tell you, every cycle, many people will be in this position. It's normal. But I want to show you one thing. I want to tell you in summary, our duty as an agent, if you look at my slides, a young couple at the age of 35, they start off with a $1 billion property. The next time that you want them to upgrade is at 40, is at 2 million. Whether the customer make money or not, I don't want to know. If the customer don't make money, even at 2 million, they should sell. Why? Because this period, they actually have saved the money through their own investment, through the rental, or through their own house they are staying. They are paying installment, they are saving money. So at the age of 40, you want them to reinvest and sell to upgrade their portfolio to 2 million. Again, at the age 45, you want them to sell again. Even at 2 million, sell and upgrade to where? 3 million. Why? You are forcing them to actually save money. Eventually, what happened? When they reach 50, 5 million. Even sell at 3 million. Do you know one thing? The more you buy higher in terms of prices, the more money you save. That's what you think so. So if you keep on actually pushing the customer, even though they say, Kelvin, enough already, 5 million is good enough. Okay, good. Even at the age of 65, because why? By the time you will actually fully pay your house, because that is the top point, most of the bank will grant you a loan based on age 65. If they have fully paid up their 5 million, By then, they should fully pay. They downgrade to buy a 2 million. Do they still have 3 million to actually retire? You and your husband must dream to go to the sea in this way. Not so fat only lah. Slim down a bit, health issue, right? So of course, most important is what? But I want to tell you one thing. Our journey as an agent is not just about making profit, because you and me are not God. We are not God. We cannot tell you why to buy this property will make money or not. Buy that property will make money or not. Nobody will know. But you must tell your customer, our objective is to bring you to the end goal in life. Is to retire happily. Is to force yourself to save money. Those who agree with me, all right, actually who bought property, you realize yourself. Those agents out there, if you have money, please buy property. Don't do anything else. Don't buy so many other things here and there. At the end of the day, property is the only way to see your money in the bank account. You will realize a lot of people will tell me make $500,000, make $1 million. Eventually inside the bank also got nothing much one. The best is to empty your bank, because then you will work harder. Right? That is how I work, right? So I think very important is every one of you must agree with me. It's important to save money. Every time you upgrade, those people, agent like yourself, if your property is not making money, you should be changing your portfolio and buy something to make more money. Because why? You force yourself, your end goal. You and me must have the same mindset. Our mindset is not about helping the customer to make money. Helping the customer to make money is very stressful. Because why? The customer asks you, hey, sure, make money. I say, if I can tell you I'm the God already, I don't need to sit here and talk to you. Right? I cannot tell you, but I will bring you to the end goal in mind. I want to bring you to the end goal that you can retire happily. That is your end goal. The camera, yeah. So that is the main thing that you want to see, right? Is to bring the customer to the end goal in life. That is more important. This is the article I'm not so sure you see before. This is what they say is that one very important thing. How I wish that I've actually owned, when I was younger, I should have bought a second property here. This is the part. But today, no chance because of the age. That's why I'm saying you need to force yourself to save. Today, I tell you, it's not easy. If you don't have a good sum of money at the end of the retirement figure, you will realize yourself that you will not have a lot. This is what you need to do. Just like this. I mean, most of you should know him, Wilson. He's from Rest and Relax, one of our biggest sponsors for PropNext. This is what I've actually helped him to change his life. He used to be owning a 1.5 million property in Yishun. But today, I asked him to decouple and buy for the wife. Eventually, I asked them to buy for her children at the age of 42. 43, I asked them to sell the house and buy a landed, today worth 5.5 million. And I forced him to buy a second property for the child. But do you realize that even though I forced him, but he's saving a lot of money? From a $1.5 million property today at the age of 40 plus, at least he see himself, if he sell all his property away, right, what will happen? He has a sum of easily more than $5 million. That is real cash. It's not about fake, it's cash. But I'm telling him, you should be working towards the 65 to have more than $10 million property. Because why? So that the husband and wife can retire happily. Someone who has never thought about doing this, because of what you are today, as an agent yourself, he is very thankful and he's very happy because why? He never expect him to be able to achieve this. But today, he see himself move forward. He forced himself a lot to save the money. That's why I'm saying, my friend, that's why you see our Benjamin Tan forced himself to buy a property for a child, right? Of course, I saw Marcus, or many of them also have bought as well, right? Good. Force yourself to save money better than anyhow spend money. But I'm trying to tell everybody one thing. Why do I show you this? Basically, our job here is not about making profit. Our job here is to bring them to this, the retirement stage. Your happiness will come when they come and thank you, when they say, I have a good time to retire. That is what your role is as a real estate agent. That's why our dear friend Wilson is always very happy and positive to really sponsor us in terms of what? Even this Mercedes. But how many of you are aware in terms of the Monopoly Challenge? He's someone who really want to help a lot of our agents to do well. That's why every one of you should save his number, because why? He's going to help you to prospect. Look at this. He's helping you to talk to your customer, to give you all the different perspective. All these are virtual. They all can do for you free. Only for PropNext people. That's why he is very supportive to us, because why? His life is also changed because of us. That's why I'm saying that in our part here, if we can help and support him back by sharing with your customer about him, all the TOP projects here and there, you can also engage him to do defect checklist. So everything is here, my friend. Of course, where are the business opportunity? I want to tell you now. If you look at the first timer, this year has the most of HDB going to MOP. Those who doesn't know where to get your HDB MOP estate, right? 99.co actually have that information for you. You can actually ask your leader or whoever have 99.co, or whether you want to subscribe to it as well. They have all the MOP blog, everything is there. You can start to talk to this first timer, why they must be the first mover advantage. In fact, if you look at the last 3 years, still got a lot of opportunity out there, my friend. So don't waste the opportunity. Those who want to door knock or whatever, please go and do so. You know where the blog is. Easy. Again, next year, this year, MOP. So a lot of opportunity. First timer is where we are targeting now. Go and reach out to them. Ask them whether they want to upgrade or not. HDB, you can ask them to upgrade to the North Gaia, Yishun EC. I tell you, this EC will be the old price tag for EC. The future price tag of EC will be higher. That's why your customer do not miss this opportunity. Make sure you have the first-hand information. In fact, all of you should use this new EC to fish for seller, fish for buyers out there. Reach out to them. I tell you, even they don't buy this EC, they buy other EC, they buy private. Also, it's a good opportunity for you, my friend. I tell you, this year is the EC year, man, because there are a lot of EC upcoming and their prices are reasonable compared to private. So there's a good opportunity for them. Next, I want to urge every one of you to do this exercise with me. Start to talk to your sub-sale owner who has already reached the 3 years time frame or 4 years time frame, and ask them to restructure. Just like I bought for my daughter unit at Riverfront. I already sold it after 3 years as a trustee. I just want to tell every one of you here, trustee, you can sell after 3 years to any buyers out there to take loan. No need to wait for 5 years anymore. 3 years can sell. I want to ask all of you here to do one thing. If you can key in all the listing in PAF for all your sub-sale owner, Michael, I just spoke to him. I want him to create a co-broke list for all the sub-sale development out. Why? So that you can use this to go and talk to the owner why they should sell first. I, as a buyer agent, I will tell my buyer, why should you buy which one? Which unit first? Let me tell you, the sub-sale market will be a very good market for many of you. Why? Why do I say so? Because the new launch market at this price tag, there's a gap. If those people cannot afford the $1 million for a 1 bedroom, they can go and buy a sub-sale unit at 1 bedroom at 700 to 800,000 in the market today. But where are the listings? Have you spoken to your owners? Have you tell them why should they be sub-selling now? How should they exit and buy other properties? That is your job. I urge every one of you to do me a favor. Key in your sub-sale owner listing to the system. We will create a inventory list on what is the sub-sale units available. We can talk to the buyers, sellers out there. That is something that I think you should do so. Next, on the 24th of January, 10 a.m., after speaking so much, I'm going to end very soon, but to give you the last bit of things. Don't leave first. I know some of you have left, but I want to say one thing. This coming particular session 24, I'm going to tell you how to capture the 80% of sellers and buyers using Magic Touch. I want to tell you how to do copywriting, how to write article to get your cold leads, how to do, what are the marketing activities the company is doing to help you to connect with your clients. All these things will be covered on 24th of January. Please inform your friends in PropNext to attend this, because this is action. Next important event, 7 February 22, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Please come in and attend this God of Fortune year. This will be a Zoom event, but will not be in this kind of format. We'll be able to see live of one another, your face, everything. We are going to have a lot more activities on that day. Your lucky draw, lucky amount. Last year, those people who win $1,000, different amount of money. And you will get the money immediately. Is to bless everybody. Because why? My lion dance first year is good. This time now, after 2 years, is finally coming to the office here to wish every one of you this blessing. So you must join me on that day to receive this blessing from the lions. so that you can have the blessing 2022, a good year start ahead of everybody. So this is an important event. And of course, just now, Isma already gone through. Thank you so much for all the donors here. You are part of this to contribute to this charity event to the Chansulan less the fortunate, right? The next thing is I'm going to speak on this 18th of January. Invite your customer to attend this outlook, which I'm going to talk about the market. Why should they be the first mover advantage? Invite them now. Speak to them. Because why? When I open up their mind, they're open to talk to you. Start taking action. Lastly, before I end the speech, I just want to tell every one of you one thing. Focus on things that you can control and not those you can't control. Really. If you want to achieve the success in 2022, there's only one thing you can do, is to focus on what is next, not what will happen. What are the things you can control, which is your mind, and take action. And I'm telling you, this year is the year to learn and do. Don't come here and learn excited, but no action. This year, let's learn and do together. I'm going to tell you what to do, how to do on the 24th, and you will be able to get all these things to get started for the year to start off in the right way. Thank you so much, every one of you, for so patiently listening to me. Not easy to run through so much things, but you guys are amazing who are willing to stay put. For those people who left probably because of the children's school here and there, no choice, but listen to the video again to get yourself this impact. Thank you so much, every one of you. All the best. Happy New Year to all of you here. I just want to wish every one of you great health and happiness. Most important, let's soar to a greater height in the year of 2022. And we will definitely sail to a new milestone with every one of you who trust us. And I will definitely continue to work hard to give you the support that you need and give you the information that you need. I hope that today the training, the support, the slides, the statistic that are given to you can add value to you. Please take action. Thank you so much, every one of you here. Thank you. Take care. Anything else, Eddie? If not, thank you so much, every one of you here. Have a good lunch and get ready to get started. And I'll see you soon in the next seminar. Invite your customer on 18. Thank you. Bye-bye.